would be the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle now have...
Going to my lawyer's office, he in there reading the Torah. Got a new girl with me, she told me I got a good aura. I might go buy a tour bus, all this dope over borders. I don't gotta shout orders, I let my bag do the talking. They must have thought I was Dora. Yeah, she asked me if I had a job, I told her sorta. It's a really long story, look, I don't wanna bore ya. Started off with a quarter, yeah. Things move when I say so. Coca, no soda. From the South Side to Diego. Hold up, never see me on one knee for a bitch. I'm not budging, it's never no wifing. Still take my enemies' hoes, they begging me no. Swiping, no swiping. Don't negotiate with the hoes I date. I don't compromise and do fighting. Especially when they got some white on their nose and I already know it's no icing. Soon as I hit send on my end, you know she's already typing. I take it all with a just saying the right thing. She said this pussy is yours. I said get in, let's get it in writing. Yeah, one of my lawyer's office. He in there reading the Torah. Got a new girl with me. She told me I got a good aura. I might go buy a tour bus. All this dope over borders. I don't gotta shout orders. I let my bag do the talking. They must have thought I was Dora.
Went to a Christian's mansion. He wasn't reading a Bible. 12 hoes all on him. I think that they his disciples. I got a concert in London. Why is the West such a cancer? Had me feeling like Dora. I stopped the show till you answer. Channel it like Nickelodeon. Yeah, they thought I would be a custodian. Now I'm teaching your kids from a podium. While you load up on sugar and sodium. What kind of favor you owe me in? She got high as the price of petroleum. Father, forgive all my sins. I was trapping out Cineplexodian. Trapping out Cineplexodian. I'm pulling off in a baby jack. Red bottoms call me boots now. Beam on them like laser tag. The money thing or the right thing. Too rich for Tinder, no swiping. No calling back, no wifing. I don't hit twice, lightning.
Yeah. Yeah. What's in that backpack, backpack? Stack, 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 stack. Where'd he get all that money from? The trap, 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 trap.
Let's go. God damn, that whatchamacallit, that lo-fi music that I had playing in the beginning freaking sucked. Hard to find copyright-free whoop-de-whoop out here these days. But anyways, what's up everybody? How y'all doing? We are back. This is live. This is happening live. Live streaming. I can prove it. I see people. I see 71 people watching. I see 40 thumbs ups. I see how the math doesn't quite make sense on that. I see how everybody needs to go click thumbs up the stream.
Thumbs up the team.
I see how the donation link is the pinned comment in the chat.
I gotta get the bag.
Okay. I see. What else do I see here? I see that I have way too many sound effects on my stream deck and I need to go clean it up. I see that. I see this.
Thanks, Marco.
You're welcome, Dominic. What else? I see.
I'm not a loser.
Totally. So, appreciate it, y'all. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Yes. Marco. Where's that little giggle that I love? Love it. All right. I want to say what up, you guys. Jaina, Lee, MCM Lyrics, Lisa, Corrosive. There's already too many people in here for me to shout out everybody. So, not even going to try. Because that's what we do when we are overwhelmed by something. Easy move, as Dominic thinks that we all do, we just give up. When something's difficult, we just give up. Isn't that right? So we're here, and I'm trusting that if you're here, well, obviously I'm not going to gatekeep my own stream, LOL, but like if you are here, I'm guessing that you saw the debate that I did on Saturday with Dominic Izzo. So we're here. I see some of my fellow anti-MLM advocates here. I appreciate y'all. But Marco, what is that donation goal above your head? Oh, this little thing? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. This right here, this is it's a thing. It is a thing. It is a donation goal that I'm working towards. It is filled up when monies are sent to the Streamlabs link that is in the chat. Not the super chat, although the super chat money will go to it, but YouTube takes 30% of those super chats. So this is a more direct way to support me because more of the percentage of the actual money you type in goes to me, which is very nice and sweet. and it will not steal your information. And it's more versatile. You can pay with credit card, you can pay with PayPal, whatever. But why do I have this? Because I have an opportunity to go in less than 1 month, literally in 3 weeks. I have an opportunity, 3.5 weeks. I have an opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. Why, Marco, why are you going to Washington, D.C.? I'm so glad that you asked. I can hear you say, because there is another installment of the MLM conference where scholars and academics, which is basically the same thing as me saying scholars, but it sounds more professional, scholars and academics and lawyers and professors and members of the FTC and advocates, anti-MLM social media people, advocates, are going to be there speaking. It's going to be broadcast globally on the World Wide Web. And thank you.
Get Marco to DC.
Say hello to DC. Hopefully that's what I'll be doing in a couple of weeks. He's got jokes. And I've been invited to speak on the panel this year, which means that,
Marco.
Yeah, so I've been invited to speak on that panel this year, along with some other anti-MLM advocates. I think Roberta Blevins is on it. I think our friend The Shakedown is on it. There's a couple people. And I would love to be able to go in person, because I think, it'll just be more impactful to go in person. And also, it'll be fun. So I really want to do it in person. I have a couple videos planned too that I want to film while I'm there. Thank you, Rusty Bed Springs. What a name. I have an interview that I'm planning to do with a very important person in the anti-MLM world. And, the multi-level misery has been going great. My interview with Robert Fitzpatrick was great. My debate with Dominic Izzo was great. But I would really love to get back, to put out some content that's actually like me in person with somebody, as opposed to another recorded Zoom meeting. So I have that I'm planning to film. I'm sure there's other content that's going to come from me being in the same place as these other anti-MLM creators. And I think it'll be a really good experience. I live on the West Coast. I live in Alberta, which if you open up a Google Maps or whatever and type in Edmonton, Alberta, you'll see how far I am from the East Coast, where Washington, D.C. is. So it's going to be a bag and a half, actually, to get out there, because we need thank you.
Get Marco to DC fund.
Thank you, Chrissy. Yes. So I appreciate that. So I'm trying to get out there in person, but I mean, flight, hotel, Ubers, food while I'm out there, we're talking easily over 1,000 bones. Honestly, I put the dono goal as $500, but I mean, Canadian currency, mind you, that's like $3 American. So it's probably going to be closer to 2K. But I'm willing to do it for the long-term investment that it will turn out to be, that I'm sure, or at least I hope, I'm going to ask that if you're not trying to do that, or you're not in a position to do that, totally understand. It's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here in these streets. So you can support me for frizzly, meaning free, by just clicking like on the stream.
Thumbs up the team.
You could just click like. I heard recently that they made it free. It used to be very expensive, but now it's free. Used to be very expensive, frankly. A lot of great people on both sides charge a lot of money for it. I know a lot about it. I know a lot about like buttons. I like them. They're good people. So yeah, that's good. I want to say what up to all the new people. If this is your first time watching the stream, I know that I saw a few comments of people. Philip says, only Dom I mess with is Toretto. You already know. Amazing that I just have that, by the way, at the touch of a button. Thank you, Philip. I saw a few people in the comments of the debate saying that it was their first time watching my content. A lot of the other anti-MLM folks shared it, which I really appreciate. So if it's your first time watching, welcome. Welcome to my own little cult. We expose cults, but really it's just a long game, a long play that I'm doing to get people to leave those cults, MLM cults, whatever, join this one. That's what we're doing here. So join the cult. Click thumbs up on the stream if you would like to. It's part of the initiation process, part of the hazing. And if this is your first time, welcome. And if you're newly subscribed, thank you. The subscribers have been going so crazy. The money's been going so crazy. Thank you, Lindy. Again, thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, all you guys that donated. Somebody says, I'm moving to Alberta. Don't move to Alberta. Don't move to Alberta. He's going to storm the Capitol, frankly. Yeah, I'm going to storm the Capitol, and I'm going to drain the swamp, frankly. I'm going to drain it, frankly. What up, Bad Dog Sports? Silicon Valley says, back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways to click like. So true, so true. So true, frankly. So, appreciate you guys. Let's talk about the debate.
What you're about to witness is real. The participants are not actors.
So, the debate was obviously a fucking madness, right? And, Johnny!
Thanks, Marco.
Oh, you want me to hit that? Thanks, Marco? Hold on, where is it? Where is it?
Thanks, Marco.
There we go.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Obama.
Billions and billions.
Love it. I love these sound effects. I really got to clean up the selection, though. I be playing this shit like the piano, like clicking through all these things.
Get Marco to DC.
Thank you, Chrissy Cottrell. Thank you, Bad Dog Sports. Where's my disclaimer? Yeah, I know. No disclaimer here. I know. I don't have a disclaimer, you guys. I don't. Thank you, Anxialise. Sorry. I figured it out. Bad Dog Sports. Thank you, guys. Let's talk about the debate. So, I have a lot of thoughts about the debate. I finally got a chance to go back and watch the entire thing in full. And I did this because I kept glancing out of the corner of my eye during the debate. You can see me looking around. I kept glancing around, being like, trying to read what you guys were saying in the chat during the live stream. And obviously I couldn't. It was going way too fast. And I didn't want to get distracted because Dominic was talking, a mile a minute. And it was a full-time job to actually like keep my, it was a full-time job. Here, let me just disable the sounds. These
For
are
DC Fund.
Okay, thank you. I got to disable the sounds, y'all. I got to disable the sound. Here, I'm going to turn sound volume to 0 for donations, super chat. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to turn the sound down. Y'all deserve to have your sounds heard. Here we go. Bringing it back up. Fuck it. I didn't want to lose focus on what we were doing in the debate. And so I wanted to pay attention to Dominic, pay attention to what he was saying so he didn't have to repeat himself and I didn't stumble over my shit. Doo-doo-doo.
You said you would never return. Thank you for coming back. The world needs you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys, for real. Appreciate you guys. You know what? If these donations are going to keep coming, it's just going to keep the text-to-speech is just going to keep interrupting the monologue. So how about I do this? How about I just give y'all fucking 60 seconds, drop your bag if you're going to drop a bag, and then we'll get to it. Let's go. Here, how about that?
Looking forward to hearing how the
Thank
FTC
you.
answers your questions.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I accidentally, here. All right, go ahead, bag. Go ahead, 60 seconds of bag. Let's go ahead. Here, let me set the timer, actually. I have a timer thing. Ready? Here we go. Start. Oh, that's 5 minutes. Well,
Thumbs
obviously.
up the stream.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. There we go. There's 1 minute. Boom. All right, we're starting it. I started the timer, and nothing will stop the timer. Nothing will stop the timer except I am the chosen one. Nothing will stop the timer except that Streamlabs link in the chat.
For the #1 fan of the #1 network marketer in the world.
Jessie, there she is. Jessie, we love to see you there. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Somebody else got something to say?
She's got a big oily butt.
Listen to me. Somebody else on Instagram sent me a crazy good-looking picture of Jessie Lee Ward a couple days ago as well. And I'm gonna have to add that to the list too. So Jessica Alba and Jesse Lee Ward will both have multiple incarnations of them on that background. Somebody said they want the yeah baby button. Where is that?
Yeah, baby.
There we go. All right, y'all, we're here. So anyways, what I was saying was I was trying to read some of the comments during the live stream, but some of you were just talking such ridiculous shit. It was so funny. I didn't want to distract myself. The debate reminded me of CoffeeZilla with Patrick with David. Totally. Not interrupting. Thank you so much. So, thank you, Sherry Forney. Thank you, Bad Dog Sports. Thank you, Critter. Thank you, Jerry Jack. Thank you, Randa. Thank you, all you guys. Thank you. A lot of great supporters, frankly, there. I could buy the entire, what do they call it? Campaign? I could fund the whole campaign out of pocket. I'm not a politician. Yes. So I finally went back and I watched the whole thing. And I finally said, hey guys, there's 204 of you in the chat. Everybody go thumbs up the stream. Because there's only 133 likes. Thank you, Anxialise. I'm manipulated into sending money because no disclaimer. Yes, if I've manipulated you, prove it. I finally watched the debate back. I had a great laugh reading a bunch of your guys' comments. So funny. I'm glad that the live chat replay is a thing on YouTube. Fucking kills me. And also, I'm manipulating you to watch my stream. Totally. So let me talk about the actual debate itself, okay? I wrote a couple of things down. First of all, I will give a big, shout out to Dominic here for doing the debate.
Thanks, Marco.
You're welcome, Dominic. I will give a big shout out to Dominic for doing the debate. He knew he was coming into a hostile environment. Thank you, Kendra K. He knew he was coming into a hostile environment where people would be against him. And him and I actually had a video call discussion a couple of days before the debate on Discord. We did a little test call to make sure that everything worked on the, there was no technical difficulties or whatever. And you know what? I thought we had a great conversation. We had common ground. We had a couple of giggles together. And, yep, we did. We broke down with a couple of giggles. He was all dressed up nice for me. Well, it wasn't for me. He was doing a different live stream about how, Hillary Clinton is a lizard or something after our call. But we had a nice conversation, man, and we had common ground because he was saying things about how he really agrees with most of the things that the anti-MLM community says, or at least he claims. Thank you, Kendra. I really appreciate that. And he just has some issues with the way people do things, but what he is into is sort of the sales game element of it, where you sit down, you have sales techniques, you sell products, you have people below you that earn commissions off of the products they sell. And I told him, Dominic, even that, my opinion of this idea of direct selling, even it is an antiquated business model, in my opinion, that I think would fail. During the debate, I think I brought up a really, really good point where I brought up the analogy of Blockbuster. And I said, the idea that you could make a living doing direct sales, you buying something and then reselling it to another person, whether it's in person or you sending them a link and they buy basically like an affiliate program. The idea that you could make a living off of that is so preposterous because it adds another step for the consumer. And we know about consumers that consumers will choose convenience every single time. And I brought up the example of Netflix to say the CEO of Netflix, before the company shut down, reported that they're optimistic about the future of Netflix. Blockbuster. The CEO of Blockbuster wrote in a report, one of their final reports before they went belly up. He said, we are optimistic in the future of Blockbuster as a business because we find that people enjoy the serendipity of going to their local Blockbuster and running into their neighbor. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that was their take. And when I brought that up to Dominic, I think that went over his head in a way. He missed the point I was trying to make because he was like, I love those nights. And I was like, I know, Dominic, I love those nights too. I'm pretty young. I was born in 96, but I still definitely got to enjoy Blockbuster for the first decade or so of my life. And it really was a special experience, just feeling overwhelmed with all the movies around me. And I mean, as a little kid, my first memories regarding achievement and positive feedback loops are tied to Blockbuster. Because if my mom told me as a kid when I was learning to ride a two-wheeler bike that if I could make it from one street light to, the third street light without my feet touching the ground or falling off the bike, and she would watch me from the window, if I could make it the whole way, she would take me to Blockbuster and I would be able to rent this one same Batman VHS that I loved to rent. So cute. And she would take me and my brother and we would go to Blockbuster. And he would get something, I would get something. And that was how it went. That was like a little reward for me. And I was always thinking, anyways, I'm not trying to get off on this fucking Blockbuster point. But I was trying to make the point that while some people, like myself, like Dominic, may enjoy going to Blockbuster for the experience of it, most people have chosen convenience. Most people have chosen to lay in bed, press one button, have their credit card charged automatically every month, and watch Netflix. There's more selection than a Blockbuster. It's easier to manage than a Blockbuster. You don't have to remember, where did I put that? Did I rewind the tape? Where did I put that DVD? Did I scratch it? What date did I rent it? Am I overdue? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, same thing with libraries. Like, in-person libraries are probably not as popular as they were back in the day. But I digress. I tried to make this point, and I just don't think he heard me when I tried to make the point that direct sales I don't think it's going to work. I'm also disappointed about how he tried so much. Well, here's what I'm really disappointed about. There's 250 people watching this, and only 150 people have clicked like. Anywho, I was disappointed about how he tried to make the whole thing about, he kept coming back to this thing about me not putting a disclaimer. There was a couple of times he contradicted himself. One was he was saying, he was trying to set me up for this trap, right? He was trying to set me up for this trap of being like, you were never in an MLM company.
Can't wait to see you there.
Oh, you're
Yellow
gonna be there?
heart clapping hands, medium dark skin tone.
Wow, thank you for clarifying. Who is that? LDB. Who is LDB? LDB is me. Who is you? Who is you? Thank you, Randa. It's like Michael Scott teaching Ryan's business class about the customer service of of Dunder Mifflin is how they compete with Staples. Hilarious. Blockbuster went out of business because their CEO doing the no more late fees thing. Damn. So, anywho, he kept trying to bring up this thing about how, like, well, Marco, you were never in an MLM, trying to imply that because I was never in an MLM, I'm unqualified to talk about it. There is limitless examples of why this is so stupid. Did you have to break your leg in order to be a doctor? Did you have to have cancer in order to treat cancer? Did you have to play professional sports to be a sports announcer? And on and on and on. Did you have to meet a dinosaur in order to be an archaeologist? And on and on. So he tries to go with that. And it was this, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't argument. Because if I tell him, no, I've never been in an MLM, he's going to say, well, then you're not qualified to talk about it because you have no experience. Regardless of the fact that I did bring up my vast experience. I digress. So then I told him, I was like, if I wasn't in an MLM, which I wasn't, you're going to say that's your trump card. Not Trump, but that's your trump card for why I don't know what I'm talking about. And if I say I was in an MLM, you're going to say I'm just like these emotional women who, his words, not mine, I'm just like one of these emotional women. I didn't work hard enough. I didn't try hard enough. And yeah, constant false equivalences. Thank you, by the way, Aaron. Appreciate that. It was constant. And then, the other thing that he really contradicted himself on, in my opinion, was him repeatedly saying how he holds me in such high respect. A couple people in the comments were saying he was love bombing me with that. I don't think he was really love bombing me. I just think maybe he's being genuine about that. But how can you say in one breath that you have such high respect for me and you agree with me on most things, and then in another breath you say that I lack integrity because I don't provide a disclaimer to my audience about the fact I was never in an MLM, as though anybody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. People in the comments, by and large, said, we do not care that you weren't in an MLM. It doesn't make the information you're putting out there any less valid or valuable. And I even tried to qualify myself and tell him, Dominic, take an average person who was in a single MLM. I have absolutely attended more MLM trainings than they have. I've also read books. I've also, I don't need to say what I've done. Y'all have seen me doing this fucking back in 2019, 2020 when I was going in person with a hidden camera, which I do as well in this new video that I'm working on. And it's like, bro, I've attended more than my fair share of MLM pitch meetings, whether it was on Zoom calls I was spying on or in person or whatever. So, and we all know that every week or every meeting is the same shit. It's a training about your mindset and we get it. I didn't do the Jesse Lee Ward boot camp walking through the fucking Sahara Desert with a granola bar in my back pocket to sustain me for the next day, So I guess I'm unqualified in that regard. But there's so many things that I could have flipped it on him to say to him too. He talked about being a police officer and running for sheriff and his relationships with the black community. And I could have at any moment been like, well, you don't know anything about the black community because you're not black, or you don't know anything about women because you're not a woman. He had so much to say about women, but he's not a woman as far as I know. I'm not trying to assume here, but as far as I know. And then there was other things that he was like, he kept trying to say shit that was like unfalsifiable, right? Unprovable and unfalsifiable. Him saying, oh, I don't want to monetize my YouTube channel. Really, bruh? Really? You don't want to monetize your YouTube channel? That sounds awfully a lot like an excuse for somebody who doesn't even meet the qualifications to get monetized. Well, I didn't want to get monetized anyway. It's like if you were you're running a race where the goal is to win. And you're like, I don't even care about getting a medal. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? And I also think I really bodied him with this one. I said, I can't control the YouTube algorithm. I can't force people to watch my content, and I can't force YouTube's algorithm to recommend my content. And so if my channel is growing, I think that's a reflection that people out in the world are finding value in my content and engaging with it. And I think if you've uploaded so many videos and you've been doing this so long and you still have, 400 and some subscribers or whatever he has, maybe that means that your content is not providing value. I made that suggestion. So, Manny's Geek, great point. So true, frankly, so true. What up, The Shakedown? What up, Tanya? Yeah, he kept focusing on shit that didn't matter. And then here's the part that really hurt me. So, okay, before I get to this. Doesn't graduate. I didn't even want a degree. After the debate was over and the stream was still going, and there was 280 people watching my current stream, but only 180 likes, which didn't make any sense. But after the stream was over, the debate was over, that portion, I went pee, which he refused to let me do for some reason. I went pee, sustained long-term bladder damage, probably. And I came back and I said, I apologize for anybody that feels like I platformed his negative, hateful, mean comments that he made, where he used words like pig and, lazy or whatever he said. He definitely used the term pig. There was some people that questioned me about how come I didn't push back on him harder on stuff like that. How come I didn't call him out for it? My opinion is this. The debate went exactly the way that I wanted to. Pigs and Hags, yeah. From Hun to Hag. It's a new book I'm working on. The debate went exactly the way I wanted to. I didn't think for a moment that I was going to change Dominic Izzo's mind about MLM. His identity is so tied to being this guy. I didn't think I was going to change his mind in the slightest. So what I hoped would happen was that I would allow people thank you, Geneviève, thank you. I hoped that I would just allow him, that he would just speak freely and the way that he actually is and show his true colors. Because I think there is power in that. Somebody left a great comment that said, hate needs to be platformed so everyone knows, to avoid it. Something along those lines. We need to, you know what I mean? Hate needs to be platformed so that we can stay away from those people and so that we can see their true colors. You know what I mean? God forbid that I had shut him down and not allowed him to show that side of himself. I think it was important for me to do. Nonetheless, I apologized for people that might have been offended by that, specifically Julie and Aaron, who I messaged afterwards, because I would hope that this debate, for me, what I wanted it to be was a resource for people to come back to. In the future, there are going to be people who are dealing with the cognitive dissonance of being in an MLM cult, and they might seek out content like this, a debate between people from both anti-MLM and MLM community, respectively. And if that person, hypothetically, comes across my debate with Dominic and finds it, I think it is a pretty good example of, I think it'll remind them of the mental gymnastics that has already led them to the point of confusion and cognitive dissonance. And hopefully that it will allow them to see, oh yeah, this guy is just rattling off buzzwords. Here's Marco, a guy who actually knows how to answer every conjecture, rebuttal, objection, etc., because I do, and even still, the person in the MLM position, this case Dominic, is just going to pivot or answer a question with a question or deflect or invalidate my question, even simple shit during the debate. Is lying bad? Remember when I said that? Is lying bad? And he was like, well, first we don't need to do dick. Or when I was saying to him, I asked him something very straightforward and simple, and he was like, well, we need to define loss. That's what it was. Well, we'll define losing money. This is something I also experienced with Gary Cornegay, the member of Primerica that I debated on my channel. That video is also on my channel. He kept saying, well, how do you define loss? And I gave him a very low, very simple benchmark. Losing more money than you put in. Well, you can't really, what Gary Cornegay said, you can't really lose money in this company because there's no cost to join and we pay for everything. That's a fucking lie. And if you had an experience and you learned some things, can you really say it's a loss? You never lose in life. You win or you learn. It's like, man, y'all are so greasy. The way that you just have a slick sounding answer for everything. Y'all are like slippery little eels that every time you try and grab them, they just have some buzzword or phrase or anecdote or long-winded fucking rant or tangent that they can go on to get around logic, around a simple question. And you saw it on full display when I did the debate with Dominic. I thought that was really sad. Now, going back to the thing about the hateful things that he said near the end. I didn't stop him doing it. We all watched the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial last year, right? When somebody is burying themselves alive, when somebody is making themselves look like an ass, you don't stop them. Why would you interrupt your opponent burying themselves in the middle of a debate? I let him have it. I let him say what he wanted to say. I didn't mute him. I didn't, end the call. I didn't do anything untoward that people could looking back, that people could say, oh, Marco, you weren't fair because of X, Y, and Z reason. I was as fair, as objective, as cool, calm, and collected, and as respectful as one could be in the face of somebody telling me to shut the fuck up and saying mean things about my friends in the anti-MLM space. At least that's my opinion. I think I was about as stoic and respectful as one could have been in that situation. To me, that was the moment of the debate that reflected most poorly on him. And what's sad is, to him, as soon as the debate was over, within minutes, he had already clipped that video to become, dun, 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 I'm here. I'm going to bring it up on the screen so you guys can see it, okay? This shit made me sad, okay? So here's his channel. Let's go to it. Boom. Within minutes, he had already clipped this video right here. Where is it? This one right here. He had already clipped this. Fail. Host instantly regrets having pro MLMer on for a debate. Why proof untrained women shouldn't do MLM. His reaction to me and Aaron's video. I mean, this is literally just straight up the clip of me suggesting to him that since he has such high respect for me, being a man that was willing to apologize for an emotional outburst, also the irony there, he calls these women emotional multiple times through the debate, refers to Aaron and Julie as just emotional women. And yet, what's more emotional than being in a debate and telling somebody shut the fuck up and calling people names? Literally name calling, isn't that the most emotional bitch-ass thing you could do? I don't know. I didn't ask him that at the time. I just let him have it because let him do it. Actions speak louder than words. And the sad shit is that, to me, what was the most shameful, unbecoming moment of the debate for him was, to him, the highlight, boom, gotcha, epic fail moment of the debate. That shit really makes me sad. Because, not for anybody, not for myself, for him. Because the fact that, let me see.
So, because I didn't respond. When you called me a 60-year, if every one of those women was at the level of changing this industry.
I just let him have it. And he even took a screenshot. There was a moment where he took a screenshot of my face when I was like this, when I just had this look of defeat or exhaustion on my face after 2 hours of madness with this guy. After I made that face, he posted on his Instagram and he said, the face of somebody who regrets asking me to apologize, or whatever, asking me to apologize. And I posted it on my Instagram, and I put it with the caption, actually, it's my face when you call women pigs and hags. LOL, you guys in the comments as well. Top comment, 26 likes. Marco Big W. Marco Big W. Marco 1. I mean, that's just because I have so many more followers. But the idea that I or we in the anti-MLM scene are just miserable hags or bitter people, or that oh, by the way, this was my favorite shit, that I am manipulating women by stealing viewers from the other women in the anti-MLM community, as though I'm. Oh, wow.
Part of my 30 acts of kindness. That's for really my sweet. 30th birthday. Just found your channel, but love you already, Marco.
Ah, wow. Love you too. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Happy birthday, Alexandra. Really appreciate that. Thank you. The idea that I'm stealing viewers from other anti-MLM creators, as though that's a thing, as though people are being forced to watch my content or something. And then the idea that I'm manipulating women or preying on the emotions of not just women, but people who have been in MLMs before. Like, he made it seem like I don't actually give a fuck about MLM. I just know that there's money to be made and views to be had, so I'm making the content, but I don't really give a fuck, and so I'm being manipulative. It's like, bro, what planet are we on here? Literally, where are we? Are we floating through the void of space, coming across new life forms whose brains' logic mechanism is just completely upside down? That's how it feels. You know, I'm stealing viewers. It was just stupid. It was just nonsense arguments. It was almost as nonsense as there being 312 people watching the stream, but only 217 thumbs up. I don't know. It's just something in the air, something about it. So a lot of excuses, a lot of accusations. I want to share with you guys something else as well. Oh, the screen's looking fucked up on me. So he posted. No, not this. Some government shit. No, not this. Not this. Not this. Not this. Here we go. The entirety of the anti-MLM sides debate from Saturday, meaning me. Why did you say the can be summed up with 1. Any system that involves telling people what they want to hear is bad, except for when we do it. Any system that involves... no, actually. That isn't what I said. I think, you know what? I think he knows. Thank you, Julie Joe. It's giving unable to regulate emotions. Totally. I didn't say that. 2, value is subjective when we say only. That was actually his point. That value and success is subjective. That was his point. And I was holding him to his own logic by saying, give me an example of somebody or some number that would be to you a success in your industry, and then explain to me why you are not there yet. Since everyone else who failed only failed because they were too emotional and untrained and didn't work hard enough, and they were manipulators, and on and on and on. Explain to me why you are not successful.
Glad you are back, Marco. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, guys. For real. We might fill up this donut goal tonight, and I'm gonna get to Washington, D.C. That's amazing. So that was actually his point. 3, full disclosure does not apply to those demanding for it. Okay. There is nothing for me to fucking disclose. I think I said this pretty plainly and simply during the debate. I don't have to disclose anything because I am not a business opportunity. People watch my content on YouTube for free. That's it. It's very simple. This is not a business opportunity where you join my YouTube channel for $500 or $4.99, and then you recruit 2 other people to join it for $4.99, and 99.6% of you are going to lose money. And I'm sitting up here every day, controlling your time and every aspect of your life, and telling you, if you keep pushing with promoting Always Marco YouTube channel, all your dreams are going to come true, and you're going to make $10 million and drive a Lamborghini and you cure cancer and whatever. I'm not doing that. So it is quite different. Full disclosure does not apply to those demanding for it. No, full disclosure should, in my opinion, apply to gig opportunities or business opportunities where you supposedly are an independent business owner for a direct selling company. Both these things are untrue statements. And then 4, projection and perception are reality. The chef's kiss, the irony that projection and perception are reality. I have no projection and perception except for the projection of the numbers up onto a screen that are black and white statistics about this industry. There's no subjectivity going on here. It is objectively true that the loss rates per year in MLM are what they are. We can go on for days about the stats that make this industry not look good, because it's not good. Projection and perception are reality. I'm not perceiving anything in any unique way. I am reading numbers Okay, I am reading data. The points that I use, the data metrics that I bring up to explain why MLM is a fucking scam are the exact same points that the Direct Selling Association themselves publishes. Where did I get it from? I made up the numbers? Did I make up the 99.6% loss rate? It must have been one of us haters over here on this side, right? Making up the numbers. No, y'all made the numbers. It's your industry that publishes these reports. Income disclosures, whatever. In my Multi-Level Misery episode 2 with Julie Anderson, I show on the screen the Monet income disclosure that shows most people making, what, $22 per year, not including expenses? Come on, man. Figure it out. So then he posts the caption and says, Saturday went as how it was expected. Recruiting is bad. It's worth the watch, and it's an insight into the circular logic of anti-MLM advocates, the irony, whose only argument is this doesn't work because most people can't make it work. The irony again. Dominic, from where I'm sitting, you also can't make it work. So what the fuck are you talking about? Where's your Lambo? Whereas that very same concept can be applied to everything, because most people is always the common denominator that separates those who are in the elite in their respective field. Bottom line, anti-MLM representatives do not and cannot thrive in competition if the rules are not set in their terms or favor. Amazing mental gymnastics here. I even said in the debate that the people who make the most money in any industry will always be the minority. So I agree with that point. However, that is usually because there's a hierarchical structure in, for example, a corporation where there is only one CEO. That's why. People still get paid for their hours. People still get paid for their work. People in other industries are not out here recruiting people to the point of a mathematically impossible endless chain. These are key differences. So the fact that he clings to that one thing and says, well, they want to say that there's such a loss rate, but most people losing, most people not being the top earners, this is what he says. Most people is always the common denominator that separates those who are the elite in their respective field. That is true. The people who make the most money in any industry are going to be the minority. However, that doesn't mean that the rest of the people in that industry are actively losing money. If you work for Disney, sure, you might not be at Bob Iger's level where you're making 10x however many millions per year, but you're still not losing money because you have a job. MLM is not a job. MLM is not even a fucking business. I really, if I make it out to DC next month, one of the things that I really want to say while I have the attention of members of the FTC in front of me, I really want to say to them, you know, you guys have shut down. Actually, Robert Fitzpatrick sent me this earlier today. We be texting. Shout out to Robert Fitzpatrick, man. I love that guy. He texted me I asked him, Robert, is there a list of every MLM company shut down by the FTC for being a pyramid scheme that I can look at? He sends me it. I want to ask the FTC in person, how come you guys have shut down over 30 companies for being pyramid schemes? All of whom were up until the point they got shut down, legitimate multi-level marketing companies. How come, despite that, you guys still have not made the executive decision to enforce multi-level marketing companies to abide by the business opportunity rule, which means basically that they have to be upfront with people about the numbers behind the company? Obviously, it would be tough to actually enforce logistically. Like, there's not going to be people at the FTC who are walking in on the Starbucks pitch meeting for World Financial Group and making sure that the recruiter gave the recruit a one-sheet piece of paper that says 99% of people lose money. However, it can be used if that person ends up getting burned by the company, which they will, and they make a report, for example, maybe they'll be able to say no disclosure was provided. It'd be hard to enforce. My point is, though, how come y'all are not at least officially demanding it? even if it would be impossible to enforce. How come you're still allowing these MLM company contracts to be referred to as IBAs, independent business agreements, or IBOs, independent business owners? How come you're still allowing that when we know they're not business owners? They're 1099 contractors, which is the same as a pizza delivery guy. I've never, ever heard a pizza delivery guy claim to be an independent business owner who owns his own food transportation business. No, they work for Pizza Hut. Plain and simple. You're a pizza delivery guy. You don't even actually officially work for Pizza Hut. There's no legal responsibility when you're on the company's behalf when you're a 1099 contractor. They don't claim you. They're not responsible for you. So that shouldn't even be allowed. Also, even the term direct selling association. This is not direct selling. This is multi-level marketing. Completely different things. They shouldn't even be allowed to be called the direct selling association. They should be called the multi-level marketing association so that people are clear on these now conflated terms. Multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct selling. Those are all three different things. The MLM industry has been so effective at this language manipulation. It's like the word Kleenex. Kleenex is the name of the brand, the name of the company that makes the products, and they make several products. But when somebody says, yo, let me get a Kleenex, you know what they're talking about. And MLMs have tried very hard to do the same thing with the term network marketing, so that they can then turn around and say that somebody like me who has a merch store link in their bio, alwaysmarketmerch.com, is doing the same thing as what they do because I'm marketing to my network. So then, thus, I'm network marketing. See? And it's like just another one of these little linguistic games that they play. So I really want to ask the FTC, how come y'all allow this shit? I have a lot of stuff I want to say to them, but I don't want to spoil it here and now. I'll definitely be filming my my speech and posting it on my channel, and also you can watch it when it happens on the MLM conference website. But you get me. Yeah, e-commerce too. That's another one. They all claim to be the Amazon of the whatever industry they're in. You know, remember in my ACN video, Nathan was saying, guys, we don't have any stores for our products. Think about it. The biggest taxi company in the world is Uber. They don't have any cars. The biggest hotel chain in the world, Airbnb, they don't have any hotel rooms. Think about it. I've heard this same sort of analogy used several times to equate them having an online store. Thus, they must be the Amazon or the Uber or the Airbnb of blank. It's fucking ridiculous. What color is his Bugatti? Yeah, here. What color is his Bugatti?
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Yeah. Kojo says, Marco, since you're under 100,000 subs, does that mean this is a ground floor opportunity? Absolutely. Absolutely it does. Thank you, Misha. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate all you guys supporting. Gov Sharma, appreciate your dono. Julie Joe, Alexandra, yes.
Clean work on that debate, Marco. Fantastic delivery of information, statistics, and personal takes regarding this industry as always.
Appreciate that. Okay, I'm skipping it because we already read it. Uh-oh. Jennifer, can you debate Ray Higdon?
Can you debate Ray Higdon next?
I would love to debate Ray Higdon. However, I don't think Ray is going to give me the time of day. And actually, in my private conversation with Dominic a few days before the debate, he was like, I love what you're doing. I think, you and I could be allies. If you ever want to do a show where you talk about other stuff like politics and whatever, let me know. I have a platform for you. He's like, if we can find common ground, you don't think I would want to put you in touch with Ray Higdon and Jesse Lee so that they could be on your platform? I'm like, I would love that, man, but I don't think it's going to happen. I really thought we were making progress. Dominic I followed him on Instagram before the debate. He followed me, and then after the debate, he unfollowed me. So I don't know what's going with my boy. But I know that there's 337 people watching and only 254 likes. So I know there's snakes in the grass. I know there's snakes in the grass. That's all I know. Because it's free to thumbs up the stream, so I don't know why people do it. What else did he post? He posted another thing that I wanted to bring up. This was really classy. This was really classy. He said, to all my haters, keep sucking. Thank you. I think that was Charlene. Who was that? Yes, thank you, Charlene. Losing Fortunes Radio review of the debate. Yeah, he posted that. I love that. I mean, this guy old enough to be my dad and posting shit like this. Somebody commented, don't tempt me with a good time. Hilarious. Let me see. So yeah, when he posted this clip about how he won't apologize. Also, I love that all the top comments on this one were also people being like, Dominic, get your head out of your ass. The fact that he posted that as a highlight just goes to show how like upside down this dude is, because everybody else, the vast majority of people who saw it, and I know he would just respond to this and say, well, those vast majority of people were your fans, so they're biased. He'd have a way of reconciling it. But how is it that when people are telling you directly to you why what you said or did was fucked up, you still somehow in your mind are able to like get rid of all that and then double down? Like, you know, for him, that was the best moment of the debate, was him being nasty and calling women pigs and hags. But check this out. I saw a couple of you guys sent the clips or like quotes of what he said to his company, Juice Plus. And I just think that's hilarious because, you know, how beautiful would the irony be if Juice Plus terminated him because he was like being a bad boy? And it all started because he was doing a debate with me to try to prove me wrong. I think that'd be hilarious. Because if that happens, I'm going to say the same thing that I said when Nathan got terminated from ACN.
Bagel Boss did nothing wrong.
Hilarious. Thank you, Paz. If that happens, I'm going to say the same thing that happened when ACN terminated Nathan after my ACN video came out. Nathan was in that video talking about, guys, your ACN business is willable and sellable. You can leave it to your children. Isn't that amazing, guys? Does that make sense with you guys? Clapping his hands every 2 seconds. And then I put my video out. They fucking terminated him immediately, deleted him off every Facebook post that he was in, deleted him off their website, dead.
What happened, Nathan? I thought you were an independent business owner. I thought you owned it. I thought you were the gatekeeper of your own destiny. I thought you fired your boss. I thought you achieved financial freedom. I thought you were a CEO of your own company. How could they terminate you if you're the boss?
You know, I would love it. I mean, it'd be fucking hilarious if the same thing happened with Dominic. Independent business owner. Actually, you know what's so funny? Today, Philip, who was here in the chat earlier, my best friend, he sends me a screenshot. He was using, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, he was using Bumble BFF. There's a feature on Bumble called Bumble BFF where you could just use it to meet friends. Okay, you don't have to use it for dating. He sends me a screenshot from Bumble, and he says to the guy, "Hello, friend. Are you in banking?" Because the guy has like financial services on his profile. And the guy responds to Philip and says, "Hey, Philip, great to connect with you. I actually work in an independent financial firm, which allows me to build my own business as a financial educator." He sends me that, and Philip goes, "This guy's in an MLM, right?" I said, "Here's the red flags of that message. Independent financial firm, red flag number 1. Build my own business, red flag number 2. Financial educator, red flag number 3. I said, reply to him, WFG or Primerica. So Philip replies, WFG or Primerica. The guy says, my office is under the WFG brokerage. Have you been in touch with any other WFG office before? And I said, I dare you to send him my WFG video as a response. And he did. And then the guy says, Philip, do you know that WFG is a brokerage? Obviously, he's leading up to the bad apples argument, which is that the people I showed in my video are just bad apples. They don't represent the whole company because they're just one brokerage, just like how there are some Dairy Queen franchises or McDonald's franchises where they're not as clean, but that doesn't mean McDonald's as a whole is bad, and blah, 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 on and on with the mental fucking gymnastics. You can't trick me. Amazing. Amazing. My husband got pitched iGenius. I can't believe you've done this. And there was another thing Dominic posted here. Let's check this out. Let's see. This is a clip from
have multiple
my video with Aaron.
Accounts, because Prove It, in my opinion, is notorious for having ghost accounts. So even though there was only one promoter account in our household, there were multiple ghost accounts that I was managing auto ships, that I was ordering products when a new flavor would drop or something along those lines.
I hope he pops up his face at the end going like or something like that.
All of that adds up.
So these were fake customers that you were making up essentially to contribute to your own downline.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank Abagnale did this, right? He got caught for fraud, and then he started teaching fraud, and he made it look like he's the champion of the world. And a lot of people do that. It's what happens when you project shit.
Bro, that sweater, though. That sweater looking good, though, Don.
Shawty wanna fuck.
Is that a cardigan?
Shawty likes it rough, and she's got a big, oily butt.
Look at those eyes. You get lost in those eyes.
You get caught, then you got to flip that coin. Usually what happens in the network marketing business is you go in, you don't know what you're doing, so you just operate on past practice, and then you may be frauding or scamming people. So if you don't know what you're doing, ask your upline to explain in detail if it's legitimate or if you are scamming, and tell them, I want to make sure I'm completely in compliance. I mean, at least she admits this, and at least Marco exposed her for being a fraud. But what you can't do in any industry, and including ours, because I'm going to fucking die on this MLM hill. I'm going to sit.
You are. You are. You will. You'll die on this MLM hill, lonely and penniless, but you will be on the hill, and that's got to count for something.
Thanks, Marco.
You're welcome.
Sit there and show that we are righteous in this industry. You can't not do the business. You can't quit it because you didn't fail. You quit, and then
winners never quit, and quitters never win. This is Grant Cardone. I'm working on my Grant Cardone impression right now. Give me time.
All of a sudden join the other team and claim you're exposing it when you committed fraud to God knows how many people underneath you who probably lost money all because of actions you're doing that now you want to, air quotes, expose. We need to do better in this business. We need to.
God forbid anyone ever learn from their mistakes. Also, one of my goons, NPaz, sent me this. Hold on. Where did you post this, NPaz? You posted this in my Discord, right? By the way, if you guys want to join my anti-MLM Discord, it's obviously free. The link is in the description. I meant to plug that on the debate, and I forgot. So, woo! But here, I think NPaz posted it in... Where is it? Hold on now. Hold on now. I'm going to find it. Was it in general? Yeah, here it is. Okay, here. Let me show it to you guys. Here we go. So join my Discord. NPaz posted this. And so in the future, I hope you could find it in yourself, for the sake of unity, for the sake of becoming allies, to perhaps display the same grace to some of the people in the anti-MLM community who you've said less than nice things about, and be willing to apologize to them.
Not. Absolutely not.
You wouldn't apologize to anyone else? You wouldn't apologize to Aaron or Julie Joe or anyone else?
No. Absolutely not, because they were the ones who made I give what I've gotten. That's it.
So I have two nieces as well. You talked about having two nieces, and when they fight, and I go to break it up, and one of them says, "Well, she started it," I don't really accept that, and that's kind of what you're doing right now. Good for you.
Hang on. I don't fucking apologize to any one of those.
Look at the smile on my face. The reason I was smiling because I was like, "Oh, I got him. I set him off. He's about to bury himself right now."
Those other anti-MLM hag queens.
Give me a phrase that somebody born after the year 2000 wouldn't understand.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I was actually wrong.
That's.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marco
Dominic Izzo.
in our forum, the Goon Court.
Dominic Izzo, you stand before this court under charges of mental gymnastics. How do you plead? How do you plead, Dominic Izzo?
I'm not a loser.
That wasn't my question.
Thanks, Marco.
The irony. I don't fucking apologize. To all my haters, keep sucking. I'm about to come. And then he has there's a TikTok on his own TikTok account, which shout out to NPAS for finding that. What's this phrase this generation just wouldn't understand? I'm sorry. I apologize. I got his ass.
What you
got his ass. What? There you go. That's what. Got his ass. I will die on this hill of MLM debt. Yeah, the hill is literally made out of fucking the money you lost. and Juice Plus powder. Empty canisters of Juice Plus because he drank it all. You know. So, pretty weak shit in my opinion. What can you do? What can you do? This dude's old enough to be my dad. People kept saying, Marco, I don't know how you had this. I don't know how you had the patience. I don't know how you had the restraint. What, are y'all crazy? I had fun. I was having a great goddamn time in that debate. I had so much fun. It went exactly my way. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, this is going good. So, I mean, I hope that we were going to find common ground, but obviously he started the debate by saying, we're not going to find common ground. Okay. Setting the tone, all good. And then he said at the end, he's like, we're not going to agree. We're just going to keep going back and forth. Not with that attitude, we're not. And then bragging about not apologizing, that was pretty sad. The misogyny, I don't know how you bring... Honestly, I got to give it up to him. I don't think... Like, if I had Asperger's, right? And I was very obsessed with a topic, you know? Like, when I was a kid, I used to find a way to bring Batman into every conversation, right? I sometimes still do. But the ability to weave misogyny and just, like, woman-hating into every argument was actually pretty, like, I don't even know how we got back here, but here we go. So I got to give him a shout-out for that because that takes some skill. That should be on his mind heavy, obviously. What else? That was it. That was it. So, what can you do? You still do LOL? I still do what? They dared to breathe in my direction. I can say whatever I want. Yeah. His argument was weak as an MLM comp plan. I'm gonna have to read this chat back too because y'all are hilarious. And I will find the 60 or 70 of you that didn't click like on the stream. I just want you to know
Thumbs
that.
up the king.
I will find you and I will recruit you. Aaron donated, says, I'm going to need to see that again. You want to see that again? I got you, Aaron. I got you. I'll show it to you again. To all my haters, keep sucking. I'm about to come. A grown-ass man. Imagine this was actually your dad on, you followed your dad on TikTok or on Instagram, sorry, and he posted that. That's like sometimes, I mean, I grew up, my parents didn't use like social media or anything like that, you know, but now that I'm older and social media, obviously, it's not just for younger people, it's for everyone. But what I realize is that some people's maturity has still not evolved from when they were like a kid. And when adults post like cringe content that you would expect from like someone half their age, it fucking kills me, but I also love it. I love the cringe. Let's watch it again. So in the future. So anyways, so when he posts shit like all my haters keep sucking, I'm about to come. Hilarious. I hope you could find it.
MLM had queens.
Give me a phrase that somebody born after the year 2000 wouldn't understand.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I was actually wrong.
I need to clip that. That's a drop right there. Dude, that's a drop. Okay, that's a drop. That's a drop. I need to clip that and add that to the soundboard right next to.
Thanks, Marco.
And
I'm not a loser.
I need to add. That's so stupid that I have all these. Oh fuck. What do you do for a living? Oh, here. What do you do for a living? Have you heard of Dominic Izzo? No. I argued with him on the internet last week. But what do you do for a living? That's what I did. All right. And what else? He posted another thing. I want to remember. Actually, I think it was on his story, and it expired, and I screenshotted it. So let me pull up the screenshot and see if I have it here. He posted... Oh, somebody also said, shirt ideas. Thank you, Danny, for this. Shirt ideas based on watching this 2-hour debate. Manipulated by Marco. I was never in an MLM. Emperor of MLM. Don't bro me. Pro stripper. Anti-MLM. And then my idea was the one that says, I got manipulated by Marco and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. That's my favorite. But let me see if I have the... Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So he said this, okay? Let's gather around the fireplace so that we can see what he said. Silica says, I realize maturity and age do not correlate. Yep. Yeah. Great fucking point. So true, frankly. So true. And thumbs up the stream. What did you mean when you said you still do, Silica Valley? What? I missed it. Sometimes my mind when I'm watching or when I'm streaming, y'all will post a comment responding to something I said, and by the time I read it, I've already forgot what I said. So he posted this on Instagram. He said, Jesse Lee commented and said, at this point, I'm having multiple orgasms. Really? On the sucking one? Well, Jesse has me blocked, unfortunately, so I can't actually see that. But Jesse also did comment on one of his posts. On the post, actually, it was on the video, the clip he posted, where I asked him to apologize. She posted something that was like, so they want to talk about us in their videos all day long, but it's us who has to apologize? Sorry, baby, that's not how this works. And I kind of took that as like Jesse Lee calling me baby. I sort of took that as Jesse Lee calling me baby. Yes, Shawty. Yes. Okay. Oh, I still do work Batman into the convo. Yes, thank you. Okay, so he posted, last night's debate was anti-productive as expected. As I said in the beginning, I was not there to sway or convince his audience. That's impossible to happen. Bad grammar. Both sides of our audience fiercely defends their position. My acknowledgement of the scum in our industry aligns with his. Integrity was my stance. Mine is intact with full transparency, and I will continue to fight forward for the MLM industry, knowing there is some severely unhinged opposition that just wants to be heard because someone hurt them via taking advantage of them. For them, thankfully, there is no shortage of content creators who offer them an echo chamber for it. I will agree. I will half agree with the echo chamber statement of that whole thing, because I do think there should be more discussion on both sides, frankly. I do think there should be more discussion because echo chambers aren't helpful to anyone. And I've done a couple of debates on my YouTube channel. They're unlisted videos. They're not published, even though they had crazy viewership. Like one debate that I did with this girl back in 2021, she was very sweet, and she was in a company that I was talking about focusing on in 2021. If you've been around, you know who I'm talking about, even though I can't say. And we did a debate that had over 2,000 people watching live. And by the time the stream was even finished, it had over 20,000 views, and I never made it public. So think, that would have been huge. It probably would have had 100K views. So, or at least 60. And I never even posted it. Thank you, Garza. Yeah, it is more than what an IBO makes. I appreciate that. And I never posted it at the request of the girl. But I've done 3 of those debates on my YouTube channel, and all 3 of those people left that company. I then did another debate with Gary Cornegay from Primerica. He is obviously, he was 30 plus years deep in Primerica. He's still in it, of course. And then now I've done the one with Dominic. And I think even though only 2 of these 5 debates are public, and these don't even include the Instagram live debates that I did back in 2021, even though only 2 of them are public, I still think they're great examples of like the nonsense. I'm going to build up another, a catalog of new debates this year. After this next Infiltrating a Pyramid Scheme video comes out, I guarantee you there are going to be people ready to like debate me. And I look forward to having a catalog of debate videos posted on my channel so you can see how this brainwashed, duplicatable, duplicate, that's hashtag duplicate, that's what they talk about, this duplicated belief set, false equivalencies, upside down logic, double speak, new speak, double think, etc. is, you can see repeatedly in each of my debate videos how they all use the same techniques. And in a way, by me duplicating and doing debates with people one after the other who all say the same things, I think that database is a powerful resource in the future for people watching it, being like, how come Marco, every time he says the stuff he says, it makes sense and it's rooted in fact and statistics and etc. And how come every time he gets these people on, they just deflect by saying the same things? Even though I was never in an MLM, I'm surprised that Dominic didn't bring up the fact that the way I learned about MLM was from losing my best friend who joined WFG and became like a crazed, brainwashed lunatic. Because I'm surprised he didn't bring that up and say, well, see, even though you weren't in it, you've still been burned, so it's just your bad experience. Keep sucking. To my haters, keep sucking. I love it. I wish we had an audio of him saying that. What's the Shorty Wanna Fuck song called? It's called Shouty Wanna F. Integrity. Thank you, Enfez. Jessie Lee Ward loves that meat. Send her some and she will be all yours. Thank you, Justine. What up, Laura? Thank you for covering anti-MLM content. I got so frustrated while watching that debate, but thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you, you guys. Thank you guys for supporting this dono goal with the super chats and the Streamlabs donos. I really want to get to Washington. March 10th. March 10th is the date. Or actually, is it the... No, sorry, I'm totally wrong. March 13th is the date, and my birthday is March 15th. So it would be really cool if I could get out there. That'd be a nice little career advancing move and a nice little birthday trip. My birthday is March 15th, so I'll probably be flying back on that day or the day before. So this is the dono goal that I'm going to have up for the next few streams because it's going to be a bag and a half to get there. So, but I appreciate you guys. Rebecca, thank you. Thank you guys all for being here. Fact Archive, Rebecca, Justine, Calypse, Voldemorty, Kate, Jennifer. I see you guys. Psylocke, I see you guys. Thumbs up the stream, too. Thumbs up the ting.
Thumbs up the ting.
I feel like they don't understand the difference between debating and just arguing. No rules or boundaries. Yep. You need to put Jessie Lee Ward on the couch in this background. Ooh, that'd be good. You like the Trump. March 15th is your daughter's half birthday. I like that. That's amazing. The Ides of March. Older people always told me about that as a kid. The Ides of March. I still don't know what the fuck it is. Don't bro me. Y'all like the don't bro me merch? I'm reading your comments here. He's uncompromising, no matter how stupid it is. You know, Darth Vader shit. Totally, Psylocke. Yeah, I wonder too, how does Dominic reconcile the fact that, like, even though the MLM industry is majority women, and he uses that as his crutch in arguments to say, like, okay, well, it's just they're dumb women, they're lazy, they're untrained, they're emotional, it's a women problem. Well, how do you explain the other almost 30%, 26% who are men? Would you just say that those, like, I don't know, would you just say that those are the men that represent 26% of the male population who are like less than, you know? It's just fucking, it's just madness. It's just madness. And don't get me wrong, I love capitalism. I believe people should work hard. I believe that the majority of people are not exceptional. Because if everyone was, I mean, that's just a law of physics, I'm pretty sure. If everyone was exceptional, no one would be exceptional. So the people who end up going to the NBA and whatever, those are always going to be the minority. The point is, those systems are not designed for people to lose money and lose their friendships and lose their relationships. Like, don't get me wrong. Just because I'm against this industry doesn't mean I'm against industry. I'm not against business. I'm not against capitalism, okay? I'm in sort of a unique position. In me and Dominic's first conversation, he was saying, he's like, you're a walking contradiction because you and I agree on like all these other concepts, but not MLM. I'm like, yeah, dude, I know, because I believe things based on reasoning. You ever met somebody in your life who's like, I don't like this thing. And you say, why? They say, I just don't. Or they say, I do like this thing. And you say, why? They say, I don't know, I just do. Or people, when it comes to their beliefs, oh, I believe this. Why do you believe that? I don't know. They've never even given it any thought. Why do you believe in the religion you believe in? Oh, I just do. Could it be because your parents raised you into that religion? I don't know, I just do. That's always frustrated me. Nobody just is. Nobody just thinks away. Some people do just to identify with stuff, but I've never understood that. Explain to me, you're entitled to your opinion if you can back it up. Why do you feel that way? I don't know. I don't write off all industries, you know? So I don't know. I also am not a fan of, you know, I don't want Dominic to think that I am going against him because I'm just like some cancel culture, pro-cancel culture type dude. Am I born? Yeah. I'm not. Recently, people were talking about Darman. There's a big uproar about Darman and how he isn't paying his actors enough. I'm actually on Darman's side in that kerfuffle. Because, I mean, I did a whole stream about this on my second channel last weekend, but it's like, people just want to have something to fucking complain about. I genuinely do believe that. When it comes to Darman, people never seem to stop and think beyond the headline, which says, Darman doesn't pay his actors enough. Do you realize how lucky and how absolutely miraculous it is that the Darman actors living in California have been able to get any work? Do you think a gun was held to their head to say you have to accept this pay rate for Darman? They could have quit any time. The entitlement behind the Darman actors to think that they are owed steady employment is absolutely fucking amazing to me. Acting is one of the most unforgivable, competitive, uncertain industries in the entire world. And this is no mystery to anybody. Everybody knows that you're not just going to move to LA and become a big Hollywood actor. Getting an audition is something that is reserved for very few people, let alone getting a callback, let alone booking a gig, let alone booking the same gig multiple times. And so these Darman actors at one point in time, obviously it's a non-union production, it's just in-house. Darman does everything, you know, he hires the people and he's scaled up. Back in the day when they started working for Darman, obviously they accepted that low pay rate, and now because the studio is bigger and it generates more money, they feel entitled to more money. Sorry, that's not how it works. Y'all signed on as a hired gun. It's a gig. You're doing a work for hire actor agreement. You're not a salaried, the Darman actors thinking that they should get a salary is absolutely fucking absurd to me. People don't even think about this. All the uproar that I read, all the people protesting, bro, Most actors that live in California have another job. It's like, I don't even need to explain this. This is like a cliche at this point. The young starlet with, you know, the Hollywood sign in her eyes, working as a waitress and trying to get auditions. Y'all ever seen the movie La La Land? And the Darman actors are like on TikTok being like, yeah, you know, when we first started, it's hard to pay my rent. Go get a fucking job! Anywho, this isn't really about multi-level marketing. I'm just trying to make the point that I am not anti-capitalism, and I think things through and am bold enough to have a differing opinion than what the overwhelming consensus is. The overwhelming consensus is that Darman is a terrible guy because he's not paying people enough. Could Darman afford to pay people more? Yeah, but as a business person, why would you? Why would you increase your costs when you don't have to? And I think it's so ironic that people are on the internet bitching about Darman not paying his actors from their iPhone. How come we're not out here protesting Apple, who literally does even worse by using child slave labor in China, who get paid undoubtedly way less than Darman actors, and it's a way more widespread issue. They have the suicide nets on the outside of the buildings that the people work in because to catch them if they try and jump off the building. I don't see people posting about that every day. It's just funny to me how people pick and choose what to be upset about. And the Darman thing is just the most recent example of this sort of bandwagon cancel culture lunacy that is totally unsubstantiated and not grounded in logic at all. It is just, you know, do I think Darman's a good guy? Probably not. You know, it's probably a persona that he puts on. Could he afford to pay people more? Yes, but as a businessman, I don't think he should have to at all. I know he shouldn't have to. So again, it's just, I think it's the actors being manipulative, trying to utilize the mob to get more money out of it when they're already in such a luxurious, entitled, privileged position as people who have ever even managed to get repeat jobs with Darman Studios or whatever. So I'm more upset he makes content at all. Yeah, great point. Yeah. Let's see. I'm sure a couple of y'all are going to disagree with that. The girl that could cry on command should be getting paid more, yeah. I was raised atheist, Wiccan, wow, and found Jesus 2 years ago. Interesting. There you go. You're entitled to that. He's scaled up, looks up Darman's drug charges. If I worked for Darman, I'd be surprised I got paid in American dollars, yeah? What up, Holly Tussin? Love and light. Most actors anywhere. It was a cliche when Friends was on air. Then negotiate the rate at some point. Yeah, renegotiate your rate. And hey, guess what, Darman actors? You know, they talked about, we wanted a meeting with Dar. He's our boss. If I was Darman and y'all came into the fucking meeting being like, Marco, we were with you since the beginning. You hired us and we were getting paid $100 per day or whatever the fuck it was. You know, probably more than that, but still not a lot. We were getting paid X amount per day. We want to renegotiate because you're so huge. I'd say, you can go. I'll hire some other actor who wants to be in a video that gets 10 million views and they get paid for it. Go then. I don't owe y'all shit. This is a business. You know, is it heartless to do that? Maybe. But I don't think Darman was ever friends with these people. It's not like he was making videos with his homies and now he blew up and he cut them out. These were always hired people. So, Dar to all his actors, keep sucking. Y'all accepted the offer. Nobody held a gun to your head to tell you to act in Darman's videos. These people act like they were literally like slaves that were kept in cages or something and told to action when the camera was rolling. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. So, and again, I know most people are going to disagree with me because Penguin Zero and Hassan and Ethan Klein from H3 probably have all made videos about how terrible Darman is. I think it's so stupid. I think it's stupid. I don't like that. And that's one of the things that kept me away from doing the anti-MLM content for 2022 was because I felt that there was a subset of my audience. I've now accepted that I can't control this, but I felt like there was a subset of my subscriber base who wasn't actually interested in my content for the information I was providing or the entertainment value. They were only interested because in each of my videos there was a villain that people could rally behind canceling. And that's not what my intention is. When people send me screenshots, please note this for the future. When I post someone in an MLM on my story, like Dominic, for example, and then people send me screenshots being like, look what I messaged Dominic. I told him to go fuck himself and whatever. I actually hate that. Don't do that. You think we're going to get through to people and make a positive difference by you guys going on my behalf and like bullying them so that you can be involved in it? Bro, get a fucking life. This happens all the time, and I have to tell people, bro, you're not actually helping me by doing that. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Don't spread hate, you know? So please keep that in mind. Just don't be a bully. We're no better than people like Dominic who call women hags and pigs. We're no better than them if we, fight fire with fire. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. You get me. And yeah, it's just going to make them go into their shell deeper and seek refuge with the people who are going to console them and tell them, no, those are just haters. They wouldn't be wrong in that case. Holy Anna Marie? What the heck? Damn. Thank you so much. Anna Marie, that's amazing, bro. Oh, wow. That's the first time that the 99...
To go to MLM conference.
Thank you so much. That's the first time that the $100 Trump sound effect and gift has been triggered, I think. Because there was a $100 super chat during the Dominic debate, but I had the notifications muted during that one. Wow. Thank you, Anna Marie. I really appreciate that. Good Lord. Thank you. Man. Yeah, Calypse says, the goal is to support people and prevent them from joining. Don't throw rocks. Show hands to help them out. Absolutely. Kat Benson agrees. Nasty messages to anyone are gross and not helpful. I agree. Get back by being better. Yep. Anna Marie, this year, what I really want to do is, when I build up my catalog of videos a bit more, I really want to start asking some high schools and some university business schools if they will hire me to do like speaking engagements at their schools so I can warn these young, impressionable people about the dangers of MLM. Because kids who are 17, 18 coming out of high school and kids who are in their first year of university, 18, 19 years old, are the most susceptible and the most consistently, like the most high target for MLM companies. So I really hope that I can go, when I have a few more videos out, a few more subscribers, I can go to a school and say, hey, look, I'm Marco, this is what I do, here's my credentials, here's my channel. Are you interested in letting me speak to your students about this dangerous industry? I really want to, because these MLM companies are not allowed to set up shop inside of a school and talk to students and proposition them for a business. But if I was able to do this, I could get to the students before they get out there in the world and become vulnerable. I could speak to them in the school while they're still in school, say, hey guys, sometime in the next 2 years, you are most likely going to be invited to attend this thing. It's called multi-level marketing. Here's my 30-minute, 1-hour presentation. This way, when your friend from high school that you haven't talked to for a year comes back and says, hey man, let's get coffee, or hey man, come to this thing, or hey man, jump on this Zoom call, you are already prepared because you'll have remembered me telling you this. I really want to do that. And I think it's possible. I think we're at a point now in society where hopefully I just get that one principal or that one teacher who understands what I'm doing and isn't so like from yesteryear thinking, oh, well, my mom did Avon, my mom did Amway. Hopefully I get, teachers who get it and are not going to close the door in my face. I really would love to do that. So thank you so much, Anna Marie. I really appreciate the fuck out of that. Thank you so much. Really. I'm reading your guys' comments here. Thumbs up the stream too, y'all. Appreciate it. Thumbs up the stream. People always have the need to be on a team because within themselves they can't stand alone, says Daniela. That's a great point. And I don't want to be that channel that people are like, yeah, I'm going to take my inner hatred and frustration out on these scammers, and it's justified because they're scammers. Most of these people are not scammers, bro. Most of these people in MLMs are not actually scammers. All of my anti-MLM comrades are former members of MLMs, as far as I know. So these people are, it's not fair to paint everybody with a broad brush and say that they're all scammers. Jennifer says, what hooked me into MLM was the community. So bullying them drives them deeper into the community. Totally. You're totally right. Talk to kids in Santa Barbara. I would love to. All I would need, honestly, I would love if that was part of my career as an advocate against anti-MLM. I would love if people would, universities or high schools would fly me to wherever and cover my travel so that I could, and obviously drop that sweet bag so that I could educate people. Marco, how can you do this without ever having been in MLM? You better have that disclaimer. Yeah. Well, I have a great story. My story about MLM is a powerful story. And it's something, I lost my best friend from this, and I want to prevent that from happening to others. Type 0 says, I'm a public speaker and think this is a great idea. Design a practice and practice a talk designed for teens. Put together a demo reel. Totally. May have a pernicious effect. Imagine a kid hearing you and being like, watch me go find them and become the best rep. I don't think so. What up, Miguel? I think we have a long time before MLMs are illegal, unfortunately. Starla Marie wants a Jodi Arias video. I think it'd be an interesting thing to talk about. Both Jodi Arias and Chris Watts' wife were in MLMs. These are two of the most high-profile murder cases in the last, I don't know how long. JCS Psychology has very popular videos about both, and neither of them give the proper care and attention to the fact that both Jodi and Shanann Watts were in MLMs. Holly says most people are victims till they realize what they're doing is wrong. Totally couldn't agree more. They don't need to be bullied. They need to be freed. Absolutely. Like Fidel. Yep. Come to Utah. Dangerous. That's dangerous. That's MLM headquarters. They might assassinate me if I go there. Amber says, I joined an MLM because I needed friends. I found that wasn't going to help. Totally. Because they're fair weather friends in MLM. They're not your friends if you don't believe. If you leave, you don't believe. How can you believe if you believe? Put a disclaimer in the description. Yeah. I'm not doing a fucking disclaimer. NPAS says, Marco in the classroom. First of all, we have 40 people in here and only 15 thumbs ups. Make it make sense. Hilarious. Yeah. Tell them to stop eating from the school cafeteria too. So a lot of you guys ask me all the time, Marco, will you do a video about this? Will you do a video about that? Will you do a video about this company? Look, I'm going to eventually end up doing interviews with people on Multi-Level Misery who have been in pretty much every MLM. And those will be little, those will be videos where you can hear about somebody's experience in the specific company you're looking for me to talk about. However, I need to let y'all know, the infiltrating a pyramid scheme videos are big videos. They require me watching endless hours of content, compiling screenshots, screen recordings, stats, articles, income disclosures, tons of data, talking to people, making sure I have my facts right, filming, editing. They're big endeavors, these videos, okay? The infiltrating a pyramid scheme ones on my channel, if you sort by most popular, they are those most popular videos because they required the most work. It's never been the other way. So the multi-level misery videos, I'm hoping, are going to keep your guys' appetite for this content satiated. And then, I do everything by myself until I can afford to hire a team and hire somebody to help me edit and go through content. And I'm doing everything by myself. I've been working on this next infiltrating a pyramid scheme video over a month now. And we're still in the stage of writing the script and getting evidence, getting footage, what's the word I'm looking for? Getting videos and photos that I want to include. And of course, I've filmed my in-person infiltration with the hidden camera already, but there's still a lot of work to do. So I wish that I could do every MLM. Probably I will never get to every one, but if I can cover a couple, 2 or 3 a year with a big video like that, and then stay consistent with the multi-level misery, I think we have a good future. I really do. So, but I need y'all's help too. There's a lot of anti-MLM creators out there doing their thing. And thumbs up the stream. Dono goes secretary for Marco. Yeah, after Washington, we'll do that. Eventually you're gonna get a little too known for those, right? I already am a little too known. Somebody today tried to send me the profile of a girl in Monet who lives in my city. Never heard of this girl before, don't know her, and I was blocked. The fuck? So companies that I haven't even made videos about yet, representatives of companies I haven't even made videos about yet are already being prudent and blocking me because of the fear that I might feature them in a video. And I will, because I have spies, I have ghost accounts. Honestly, I've said to one of the coldest, most cold-blooded things that I said to an MLM guy in 2021 was, he's like, I don't know how you got my number. I don't know how you got this. I don't know how you got that. I said to him, this is what I said. I said, the level of access that I have is second only to holding your phone in my hands. Come on, bro. That shit is gangster. That shit is cold-blooded. So, Great point, Starla. Most CEOs of MLMs are men. Can some MLMer explain how that's not predatory on women? What up, Johnny? Shave beard, put on wig. Johnny says, I have sus eyes. I know. Yeah, Type 0 says, a lot of us would like to go undercover for you. The problem with that is it would be almost impossible for me to ensure that somebody going undercover on my behalf is getting good usable footage, is asking the right questions, making the right interjections, etc. I could just have them go in there and film without, interrupting like I did in my first WFG video. But still, we'll figure it out. Debate Scott Johnson and Peter as Darman. Can one of you guys tell me, did Scott Johnson and Peter Mingles on Building Fortunes Radio, have they made any new content about me? Somebody explain. Here we go. We're on Scott Johnson's radio show. There's Peter right there.
Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our...
Can we find where they talk about me? That's the real question.
Gamut as far as tool scams. That's not universal. The FTC is totally...
You can't make this shit up. I clicked to a random spot in the audio, and the first thing Scott Johnson goes, tool scams. Will this guy ever shut the fuck up about tool scams? Will he ever shut the fuck up about a tool scam?
But, it could easily be, $1,000 a month.
Pretty much zero. There was
audio.
no value.
The quality. Do they talk about Marco is the question we all want to know.
And the FTC just doesn't seem to realize that applies to pretty much every ML.
Do the right thing. And by the way, would have gotten away with it like everybody else probably gets.
If it weren't for you meddling kids. These guys are literally Scooby-Doo villains. I was briefly mentioned. Appreciate you, Justin. Later. I'm telling you, you need a court jury live televised, showcasing court cases against MLM companies. Hilarious. The intro goes hard every time, yeah. Is this the one with the crows cawing in the background? But the tool scams, Marco. Oh, they talk about me in the beginning? Bro, the fact that I'm back doing MLM content, you would think these guys are eating it up. Why don't they talk about me that much anymore? Let's see. Here we go.
You got to have a why. You know, you got to have a why kind of training, which wasn't really much training at all. It was just people telling their interesting stories from rags to riches. So I was kind of familiar with all that stuff, and I had hired and fired was hokey compared to.
Not only are they making the money, but their downline is losing the money.
And Paz, how do I get to the view of this that's like at the top of the screen and it's like easier to click through? Because this one fucking sucks. I can go to 3 minutes or I can go to like 14 minutes. It is so sensitive.
Summer or the previous years, and we probably will go back to 8:30 as it gets lighter, longer. So I can.
And that's what a customer.
Good thing they're announcing the showtime change. Their thousands of fans would be pretty disappointed if they randomly changed the schedule without telling anybody. Blog Talk Radio. How the fuck do I navigate that? Blog. Oh, here we go. Yes. Found it. Oh, this is a different website. Okay. See, I never know. Is this the one? Is this the one? Scott Johnson Radio Show?
Sometimes it's the minority of people talk about just the tools, but
this says 3 weeks ago.
What happened was when we started to talk about the tools,
Is this it? Oh, did they just drop all of them here, regardless of whose show it is? Oh no, I don't want to look at followers. I want to look at. Is this it? And Paz, am I in the right spot? Blog Talk Radio. Download the MP3, play it through your desktop. Come on. Don't be crazy. Don't be crazy, DC. I ain't downloading this shit. Shit gonna give me a goddamn virus. Quit playing.
Talk about just the tools, but what happened was when we started to talk about.
In this nearly 7.5 years, Peter, it's amazing how fast time flies. We just celebrated our 7th year anniversary, it seems, and now.
Oh, they're celebrating their anniversary. That's so cute. Okay, I found it. I found Building Fortunes Radio, Scott Johnson Show. Here we go. Here it is. I found it on Neora. No, this says 3 fucking months ago. Somebody's here 4 days ago. On cults and Amway MLM tool scam. Here we go. Woo! Here we go. Found it. I'm the best navigator, frankly. Here we go. Play it. Fuck.
Welcome to.
Remember, towards the tail end of 2012, beginning part of TUMA had just been temporarily shut down by the FTC. And the training that I might, while we were talking
earlier this evening, have gone written in kind of a.
Where do they talk about me?
A court transcript type format, but one or the other. The link is there too. Cox and making their money that way.
Cox?
They're actually charging their downline. Guys do, although if it has enough information where the tool scams and the lack of
tool scams and lack of retail sales, you can click anywhere and he'll be saying it.
Well, it's rather complex settlement with the. He needs help. He's always stupid.
Here we go. This is me. They're talking about me. Always stupid, Marco. Here we go.
Marco.
And thumbs up the ting.
Thumbs up the ting.
And if you want to drop a bag,
I got to get the bag.
Appreciate that too.
That's how you can kind of simplify.
Here we go.
Herbalife's rather complex settlement with the FTC. So it's not like there's not precedent. There's not like the FTC is totally clueless on the importance of retail sales, but they just haven't made it a industry-wide issue, and they really need to. So that's the 2 big ones. Did you have any other comments? I wanted to kind of.
You want to talk about Marco?
Reach out and help Marco a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to help Marco. Marco last week tried to listen to our show live, but he couldn't figure out how to do it, Peter. And
not these guys technology shaming me. I know that's not what they're doing.
And so I wanted to help. I wanted to help Marco because, you know, he needs help. He's always
his little giggle.
Stupid. He does go by Always Marco, all one word, on YouTube. So you can find him and you can see his, you know, stupid videos if you want. But he couldn't find us. You know, show live. He was trying to kind of simulplay our show and make that part of his YouTube live stream, and you know, make comments and just be the smart aleck that he is. But he couldn't figure it out. It's really too complicated. So I wanted to tell Marco the way to do that is at the top of the hour, right? It's 7 o'clock Central Time. So that'll be, I guess, 6 o'clock Mountain Time where he lives in beautiful Alberta, Canada, in Edmonton.
They're changing it. They're changing it to be an hour earlier than when I start my stream, so that because their episodes are usually 1 hour, so that their show is over by the time I start my stream, so that way I can't harass them while they're doing their show and call their phones and interrupt their broadcast. But guess what, Scott and Peter? I'm petty. I'll change my time. I'll stream earlier. I don't give a fuck. I'll stream earlier.
The number is 347-237-4097.
Hold on.
So anybody can call that number and listen to this show live, as well as go.
Dude, okay, we're obviously doing that. We're obviously doing that, you guys. We're obviously on the next episode of Building Fortunes Radio, we're all calling that number, right? Let me write that down.
Is at the top of the hour, right? It's 7 o'clock Central Time.
Write this down.
So that'll be, I guess, 6 o'clock Mountain Time where he lives in beautiful Alberta, Canada, in Edmonton. The number is 347 237 4097. So anybody can call that number and listen to this show live.
Hold on. Actually, scrap that. Don't call that number. That's just the number, and you're not going to believe me when I tell you this because it sounds like I'm making this up. That is the number that if you call it, it just plays the live stream of the show. The same way you would log on to YouTube to watch this live stream, you would dial the number to listen to their live stream. I know. It sounds ridiculous. Because why the fuck would you use your phone, like calling a number to listen to something? But that's how far behind they are. So, can't make this up. Literally can't make this up. Get Eric Worre on your channel. Yeah, he would never. They got a landline phone off the hook sitting next to a speaker, literally.
As well as go, to the website. A day or two later, you normally put these live shows back up on that website. And again, that link is on my Facebook page. So you can find the link and listen to the past shows, and you can call that phone number and listen to the live shows. So, Marco, it's 347-237-4097. And that's, of course, the United States. So I think there's an international code of 1 in front of that, just in case I'm sure Marco knows that there's a 1 in front because he's called both of us multiple occasions over the past few weeks. I know he knows the international code. So anyway, I just wanted to help Marco. You know, he's always stupid, and that's just the way it goes. And I did look as you were leading in, and we talked about this shortly before the show tonight, Peter, is that he is got a scheduled show with a guy by the name of Dominic Izzo, and Dominic is a pro MLMer that I've tried to make contact with, but he keeps being a jerk and keeps asking me, 20 questions before he'll
He sounds so hurt.
Answer one. And so I just shut him down. I don't play games. I don't beg. I don't, do anything as far as,
I don't beg, but I will harass people all fucking day long on the internet if they don't give me the response that I want. I will do that. That's for goddamn sure. It's insane. It's absolute lunacy. Oh, play it.
I get people on this show. If they want to be on, they can come on. If they don't, If they want to be a jerk, they can be a jerk. And
I want to be on, Scott. Peter, I want to be on the show. Please. Please.
Norm, because we have plenty of excellent guests. I'm in no shortage of excellent guests on this show, and so you know, that's what Izzo wants to keep doing. He's welcome to do that. But anyway, they're supposed to be debating tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time, which will be 9 o'clock your time there in Florida. And he's been talking about that because he normally does a Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
He always goes over my schedule. I'm calling Peter Mingles right now. Let's see what happens. Hopefully he answers. I hope he does. I like how even the pro MLMers can't even get on the same page. Like Scott Johnson and Dominic Izzo have beef. I love that. Thank you, Catherine. Yes, thank you. Shout out to Fidel. Dom is going to be part of the lore, just like Hartage. True. What up, Carrie? Kari, what's up? Welcome. What up, Alex? Peter Mingles. We're trying to call him. We love him. His landline telephone ringing for 1,000 years. All right. I'm going to end it. Here we go. Here we go.
A live stream, but this past Wednesday and Friday, I didn't see it. Maybe he did it really early or late and I missed it, but I think he just didn't do it and because he's been preparing for this debate with Dominic Izzo. He's got a little, you know, a thumbnail on his YouTube, and he's getting all geared up for that. So anyway,
his little giggle. He's getting all geared up for that. So.
Brainiacs are going to be debating pretty shortly here, so we'll see what they come up with.
I'm
sort of a half-hearted compliment to me recently on his, I think it was last Saturday. He said something about, you know, some people you know, understand what's going on with MLM, but they're not very nice. And I'm pretty sure he was you know, referring to me as being not very nice, and I am a nice guy.
Scott Johnson's a nice guy? If Scott Johnson is a nice guy, then who's the nicest person I can think of? I was going to say Mother Teresa, but she actually wasn't a good person. Then I was going to say the Pope, but he probably also is up to some shady shit. If Scott Johnson is a nice guy, then I'm fucking Bob Ross.
I think one of the nicest guys you could ever meet, but I just don't put up.
One of the nicest guys I could ever meet? What the fuck? The MLM versus chaos, right? What up, Girlhead, Cat, Butterfly Perez, the Dalai Lama, yeah. Thank you, Holly. I'm glad you're enjoying this.
With stuff, you know, if you're not going to have a civil conversation, then I'm just going to flush you. Sorry. That's just the way, actually, I'm not sorry. That's just the way it goes. I'm too busy. I have too many things going on. And I actually tried to do this in the early years, back around, you know, 2005, 6, 7, 8, in those years. I tried to sort of, you know, I'll call it dance with people, you know, back and forth, just having a conversation.
I want to dance with somebody. I want to dance with somebody.
Conversation, and you know, they knew what I was up to, and they seemed to be interested, but then, you know, as we had a back and forth conversation, they just kind of floated away. And I did that several times, and I'm thinking to myself, I just wasted a bunch of time. I could have been doing a bunch of other things. I was hoping this person would kind of.
All this, bro, Scott, you don't have any other thing important that you're doing. This is what you do all day long. You can literally go to the page of any anti-MLM creator that doesn't have him blocked. I think you'd struggle to find one. And if you know how on YouTube you can click on the person's profile and you can see how many comments they've made on that person's channel? It's endless. Endless. This guy, after I told him to go fuck himself over email when he wouldn't let up about me not wanting to come on his show back in 2021, he, even after I blocked his email, incessantly would just send me emails. This again, just like Dominic Izzo, these guys are both old enough to be my dad.
Come on board and, you know, join the effort and have more people speaking about the same things.
And just like Dominic, Scott thinks that the only reason people in the anti-MLM community don't want to dance with him is because of them being selfish or them not understanding or them not realizing his importance and his wisdom. When actually, bro, I mean, I don't even need to say the real reason. But the fact that he doesn't even consider that there could be some other reason why people aren't fucking with him is insanity. Insanity. Okay, let's keep playing it.
But it just never panned out, and I tried it several times, so it wasn't like one or two individuals. So now my approach is very different. You know.
What up, Natasha? Yeah, your approach is very different. You call women terrible words, just like Dominic, and you know, victim blame when people talk about SA and things of that nature. Go watch his debate with Savvy on his channel. Go watch his debate with Savvy on her channel, where he is doing exactly those things that I mentioned.
So if you want to talk. If you don't, if you want to be a jerk, then I'll just shut you down.
Meaning anyone who doesn't want to talk to him is a jerk.
Because there's just too many people out there to try to help, and there's too many people that want to be on this show for me to have to go around and you know, do that little dance and beg people to come on. It just doesn't make any sense, you know, time wise. So anyway, that's the Marco update. I'm sure you're just can't wait for the show to start, Peter. Do you have any other comments on that one?
Just one. You mentioned that you can always call into any one of our radio shows using that 347 number. So for those people that need to write it down, if you go to 347-237-4097, you'll be able to hear this as well as
Thank you, Catherine.
any other radio show we do. Of course, when we're live, because if we're not live, then there's no show. But you can also remember that you can go listen in live online if you go to buildingfortunesradio.com/live or listen. So if you go to buildingfortunesradio.com/live or buildingfortunesradio.com/listen, you could listen in online. There's only one thing that I'll mention.
Peter, Scott, why are you guys doing this? Nobody listens to this. Bro, as a matter of fact, as I have grown bigger, Scott and Peter have grown bigger. And I guarantee you, Scott, Ming, Tex, he goes by Scott Tex Johnson. So if you ever hear me say Tex, I'm talking about Scott. And if you ever hear me say Ming, I'm talking about Peter Mingles. We have little nicknames. Tex and Ming, Peter and Scott, these are the same people. Tex and Ming are actually probably smart to be my enemy because they have gotten more exposure thanks to me than if they had been on my good side and like had me on their show and everything was cordial. The fact that they made an enemy out of me, or rather they made me an enemy to themselves, has done wonders for their like public profile, meaning like people knowing who they are. Obviously, they don't actually have public profiles. You can't follow them anywhere. There's no whatever, because I would be the first one, believe me. But the only people that listen to this show and the only segments that people listen to are the people who watch my stream and me rebroadcasting it to you. So if anybody wants to dial on your rotary phone to listen in to Building Fortunes Radio Live, two men recording a podcast using telephone quality, not even like FaceTime audio quality, and then you want to listen to that audio through another phone, so it's even worse, you know, definitely take their instructions here.
On the internet, if we're running or we run
He said the internet like he just discovered the internet.
late, you'll get cut off. So we usually set this, lately we've been doing it for 90 minutes. So if we happen to run 95 minutes, cut off if you're on the internet right at that 90-minute mark, because it's a program and it's programmed for a specific time.
What? So you guys are locked into a certain stretch of time, you hit a timer, and whether or not you're done talking about the thing you're talking about, the show shuts off at 90 minutes? What kind of fucking unprofessional ass production y'all got going on here, Scott and Peter? Record it. Hit record. Record infinitely long as you want. Or live stream it. And then post it. The fuck? Well, this is a very professional program, Marco. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Phone lines will stay open. So if you're on the phone and we run
Phone
long,
lines in 2023.
then you'll stay on. So if you're listening to the ones that we post on buildingfortunesradio.com, /Scott-Johnson, you'll always be able
to dial up. No one wants to be on your show because no one wants to have to go buy a telegraph on eBay to be able to communicate. How hard do you have to work to get your shit on phone lines? If it wasn't real, I wouldn't believe it. Yeah, like guaranteed, putting your podcast on a phone line to like do whatever this is that they're talking about, dialing a number to listen to it, there's no way that that's easier than just doing what a normal podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or YouTube even. Why are y'all doing this? And you know what? I'm going to make the offer again because I've offered Tex and Peter before. I will personally pay for you guys to get good quality microphones, and I will do a tutorial privately for you to show you how to set up a stream on YouTube so that you can have at least better quality, so that when we roast the shit out of you, we can enjoy it more. But at this point, it's part of the brand. Fuck it.
to hear the whole thing. So just a couple of things just for house cleaning stuff for those people that want to keep in touch. You know, if you go to the, like Scott said, dial the number. I see it come up on the little board that I have over here, so I can turn on people's microphones or not, because it's like a real radio show platform. And then
It's like a real radio show platform, so it's not?
Otherwise, you can listen in online if you go to buildingfortunesradio.com/live or
Great point, Psylocke. To be fair, getting a real job is an easier way to make money, but they don't want to do that either.
radio.com/listen. We made it both ways. Just
What up, Abby Az? Yeah, your two faves, me and, I guess, Scott and Peter, not even me. Silica, the lady in the retirement home turns off the lights after 90 minutes, so they have to go to sleep.
in case you might forget which one it might be. So, Scott, there you go. And, you know, Marco is so smart in his own brain. He doesn't understand a lot about technology. So that's very evident as soon as he opens up his mouth. He just reveals a lot of things that he doesn't know about. And I'll just poke at him one time. He's talking to somebody about who's he beating up on Juice Plus. Who's the guy he's beating up on Juice? Is it? Oh, it is. Your Dominic Izzo guy. So here's a little bit of Dominic Izzo guy. He beats up Dominic Izzo guy because Dominic works for Juice Plus, and Scott and Marco, who does no research on anything except for he thinks he does, sits there and thinks that. But he says things like, "Well, Dominic does what Dominic does. He sells juice. Dominic does what Dominic does in his company. He just sells juice." And for those people who aren't familiar with the product line, you'll probably find that I'm not sure how much liquid is in Dominic's company, but most of the juice is in a concentrated pill form or tablet or capsule form.
Or powder, yeah, but still, you're mixing it with water. The end product is juice, you fucking dummies. The company is called Juice Plus.
So Marco does absolutely no research on the people. He doesn't even understand that Juice Plus doesn't necessarily sell quote unquote.
Yeah, they exactly. They love me like Dom loves Aaron. Totally. They talk about me like Dom talks about Aaron.
Juice as the majority of their product line. So always stupid Marco. He just
So sorry, then I'll say Dominic sells powder.
Buries himself with his own mouth all the time, and that's just one example. So I hope those people that might be listening in kind of tip them off, because, or Dominic, if Dominic might listen in at all, he might realize that Marco has no concept of anything. And
dietitian Kat Benson says, Scott Johnson called me a slut earlier this year for liking a tweet from Savvy. What the fuck? They do both hate women. Rent free, yep.
I'll let it go with that, because there's a whole bunch of things that we can pick apart with him on a whole bunch of different issues.
Oh, we're about to pick apart something right after this convo wraps up, Peter. Just wait.
And that's Marco, that is, picking on Marco. So it's easy to pick on Marco. He likes to take our little sound bites that we say sometimes and use it however he can. But Marco does so many wonderful things to be able to show how much of an idiot he is with his own ignorance about the industry that he thinks he's an expert in. It's just amazing. So, and Scott, I got stuff. I'm just telling you, Marco. I'm letting you bury yourself, because once you're done burying yourself and you dig yourself into a hole that's so friggin' deep, I'm going to just show you how stupid you really are. So, in one of many ways, I'm going to lower the boom on you pretty soon. So back to you, Scott.
The worst threats!
He thinks he's an expert in.
You're so bad at threatening people, Peter. That was the worst threat I ever heard. Once you bury yourself, then I'm going to show you. What?
It's just amazing. So, Scott, I got stuff.
What do you got? Tell me. I want to know. I want to see what you got. Release the Kraken. Do your worst. I want to see, bro.
I'm just telling you, Marco. I'm letting you bury yourself.
Okay.
Because once you're done burying yourself and you dig yourself into a hole that's so friggin' deep, I'm going to just show you how stupid you really are.
Once you dig a hole that's so deep, I'm just going to show you how stupid you really are. What the fuck does that mean? Oh my goodness. You cannot make this shit up, you guys. These guys are like in their 60s, 70s, bro.
Oh, in one of many ways, but I'm going to lower the boom on you pretty soon. So back to you.
You're going to lower the boom on me? Listen here, Jack, I'm going to lower the boom on you, see? You think you're a real yellow... You're a real yellow-bellied rascal, you are? I used to think you was the bee's knees. I used to think you were the cat's pajamas, see? Well, listen here, Jack. You're not getting away with that silver-tongued tomfoolery this time around, see? What the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, good points, Peter. And just to put a exclamation mark on listening to this show, if you happen to be calling in via phone and you get cut...
No one is listening to you!
...off after the 1 hour, then you can always wait for the website to post the show on a recording and listen to it, the rest of the show a day or two later. So there's always a way to listen to the entire show.
Who are y'all fooling, acting like people listen to this?
And I just was pulling up Marco's debate, quote-unquote debate with Dominic here. Both of them are pretty clueless, so it should be interesting. So he has some comments on his live debate, even though it hasn't started yet, and it won't start for another over half hour, right?
Him sitting there refreshing my stream.
So the first comment here, and by the way, Dominic calls himself the bull of MLM.
Yeah, once you bury yourself under the ground, I'll dig you back out and show you how dumb you are so you can see. Fucking idiots.
Okay, so he's like a super testosterone type guy, right? So anyway, the first comment actually came in at 5:29 p.m. Central Time. So this guy's really looking forward to Marco's live with Dominic, and his comment is El Marco the bullfighter. And it's got a picture of an arm with a muscle on it, which cannot be Marco's because he's a little skinny guy. He actually started putting a little bit of muscle on by lifting weights a few months ago, maybe a year or more ago. But then he got sick.
I love when they talk about my fitness journey. This shit kills me. They started out. One of my favorite moments, and we have to find this clip, you guys. One of my favorite moments was like a year ago. Not even. They were like. Over a year ago, they were like, Marco has the body of a 13-year-old girl, which wouldn't be a bad thing if he wasn't a 25-year-old man. Hold up. Where's my Chris Hansen audio bite?
You have a hard time finding the place?
There we go. And then a couple months later, after I was going hard in the gym 6 times a week, they were like, he actually has put on some muscle, Peter. And now, because yes, I got really sick in June. I didn't eat for 10 days, lost like 15 pounds. Got better. Put the weight all back on, got even bigger and stronger. I was weighing like 163. Then, beginning of December, I dislocated my shoulder, have nerve damage in my arm still. And I was out of the gym for 2 months. Yesterday, I was back at the gym. And then 4 days before that, I was back, was my first day back. And already I feel the strength coming back. So I did have a couple setbacks, but hey, that's part of the fitness journey. But I love when they talk about like my body and my fitness. It's hilarious.
It was last summer, and then recently he dislocated his own shoulder by himself lifting weights. I've never heard of anyone doing that.
He kicked his own
I never heard of anyone doing that. Because usually, shoulders being dislocated is like a football player getting into a particular collision at the right angle or the wrong angle.
They're so invested.
Depending on.
He's like, yeah, dude, they literally know my whole workout. They're like, well, it's Tuesday, so that means Marco's doing leg day today, and he was supposed to do it yesterday, but, he's stupid, so he just doesn't do it. And then, Thursday was arms, but I bet he couldn't even lift,
Look at it. But always stupid Marco was able to dislocate his own shoulder lifting weights. So another comment came in at 6:40, and it said, let's go, with a bunch of O's.
That's a drop right there, you guys. That's a drop. Scott Johnson saying, let's go. Hold on, 27:33. BFR 27:33. I'm recording that. You guys, I'm dead. Let's go. And also this. I love this one. I need that back. Hold on. Go run it back.
To dislocate his own shoulder lifting weights. So another
yes,
comment.
Savannah, they're talking about me dislocating my shoulder back in December. They've already talked about how stupid I am, which is par for the course. What else did they check off the routine? They talked about how stupid I am, about how bad I am with technology in this episode, which was a new one. How Scott Johnson says he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And now they're talking about my body and my fitness, which they haven't done for a long time. And honestly, I've been missing it. So here we go. Let's check it.
He made a 6:40, and it said, let's go.
I need that as a drop. You guys, that is a fucking drop if I ever heard one. Let's go. Perfect sound. Yeah, they got my hospital report, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He kicked his own ass. X3. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You guys. Okay. They definitely have a calendar with my upload and workout schedule. Let's go. I need it one more time, you guys. I'm sorry. That is going to be a staple on the soundboard.
At the right angle or the wrong angle, depending how you look at it. But always stupid Marco was able to dislocate his own shoulder lifting weights. So another comment came in at 6:40. And it said,
yeah, the Peter Mingos threat. Savannah, you got to watch this on the replay. Peter Mingos earlier in this episode, he's saying, Marco, I'm just going to let you, I'm going to drop what do you say, drop the hammer on you, something like that? I'm going to drop the hammer on you. I'm going to let you bury yourself, and then once you're buried so deep, then I'm going to show you how stupid you are. Like, it was literally like a exchange student came over from another country in elementary school and didn't know how to speak English and was like trying to threaten someone. That's how it sounded.
Let's go.
I love it. Sorry, one more time, you guys. I love these guys. That made my heart so happy.
At the right angle or the wrong angle.
Let's go. I couldn't even make it that bad quality if I tried.
Depending how you look at it. But always stupid Marco was able to...
the boom. He's going to drop the boom on me, yep.
Locate his own shoulder lifting weights. So another comment came in at 6:40.
Lower the boom.
And it said, let's go, with a bunch of O's. Then there's one at 7:12, and it says, we are here. And he actually has 16 people, one of which, of course, is me. I'm one of the 16.
Baby. They're talking right now about this episode we're listening to takes place on Saturday, half an hour before my debate with Dominic. So Scott Johnson is refreshing the page where it's like the upcoming debate, and you can see the chat on the side, and he's reading like the pre-show comments.
That are waiting for this thing to start. Then he's got a third comment that says, yeehaw, it's bull wrangling time. So that's just wanted to show you the sort of level of intelligence of Marco's fans. He calls them goons. And they give him money. I mean, as stupid as Marco is, how much more stupid must these people be? It's just incredible. So anyway, I guess that's the Marco update. Did you have anything else, or we can get back on to the MLM?
Oh my God. No way. Is it my birthday, bro? No way.
At 7:12, and it says, "We are here."
No way.
And he actually has 16 people.
This is
one
a
of
clip.
which, of course, is me. I'm one of the 16 that are waiting for this thing to start. Then he's got a third comment that says, "Yeehaw! It's bull wrangling time."
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. No. No. We got two new drops.
Marco.
We got 2 new drops from 1 episode of BFR. 3 actually if you count the Peter Mingles threat. Let's go. Let's go. And yeehaw, it's bull wrangling. You cannot make this shit. I gotta see. Here's the ones I have so far on the soundboard. Ready? Here's this one.
Marco.
Then I have Scott Johnson.
Thumbs up the king.
Then I have Scott Johnson again.
I got to get the bag.
Then I got Scott Johnson again. I mean, bro, I have to rework the whole soundboard after this. Oh my God. Oh, that wind back on me. Slam down on that.
Comment came in at 6:40, and it said, "Let's go." You know, it's a bunch of O's. Then there's one at 7:12, and it says, "We are here." And he actually has 16 people, one of which, of course, is me. I'm one of the 16 that are waiting for this thing to start. Then he's got a third comment that says, "Yeehaw! It's bull wrangling time." That's just wanted to show you sort of level of intelligence of Marco's fans. He calls them goons, and they give him money. I mean, as stupid as Marco is, how much more stupid must these people
give
be?
me money to piss off Scott Johnson, Peter Mingles, and Dominic Izzo. Streamlabs link in the chat, super chat at the bottom of the chat, and make sure you let me know in the donation that I've manipulated you into doing it, please.
It's just incredible. So anyway, I guess that's the Marco update. Did you have anything else, or we can get back on to the MLM business?
We'll get back into real stuff, real important stuff.
Let's go to the real world. Real world. I did hear recently that Frank Parlato from the Frank Report.
Okay, that's it. Wow, you guys. Wow.
Marco.
Thumbs up the team.
Yes, of course the sound is on for donuts. I got you. Oh my God, my cheeks and my stomach are hurting from laughing, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure Scott Johnson is in my Discord under a secret account. By the way, Jennifer, I've been manipulated to listening and conversations. Yep, I'm forever traumatized. Yeah. What up, Lisa? Thank you, Savannah. Thank you. I appreciate you. Check this out. This is Peter Mingles' YouTube channel. I can't believe it took me this long to discover it, but bro, he has some hits on here. So because I'm a respectful person, so this is like, I think he uses this YouTube channel to like post updates for his family. Thank you, Savannah. He posts like videos up here on his YouTube channel so that he can show them to like send the links to his family members, because they're not like, they're just like little vlogs and moments, right? But so out of respect, because I'm not going to drag anyone into this who isn't involved in it, I'm not going to pull up videos on my stream where he shows like his kids or anything like that, even though 2 of his kids are full-grown adults, but he has one daughter, I believe, who's still a minor. So I'm not gonna show her or bring her into it. Wow, Dez, thank you, Dez. Why did I put that right in front of my face? Thank you, Dez. I appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a member. Executive team leader rank. Wow, I like that. I like that.
Yeehaw, it's ball wrangling time.
Thumbs up for team. I gotta get the bag.
Thank you so much, Silicon Valley. I love that. Thank you, Jennifer Wells. Let's go. Oh, fuck. I cannot wait to add those, bro. I cannot wait to add those. There was another one, NPAZ, if you're watching, a couple of Building Fortunes episodes ago, Peter Mingos did a new Marco. Remember he did a new one? Please, God, can somebody find that for me? Please, can somebody find where Peter Mingos is like, yeah, Marco has a soundboard of me on his stream where he goes, of me going, Marco, Marco. So here's a new one, Marco. And he does like, like a more kooky version of it. Oh my God, you guys, I'm dead. Hey, peace out. Hey, yeah, Catherine has a scammy 9 to 5 to go to tomorrow. Broke mindset, Catherine.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Catherine, you need to join my MLM. You could be getting
billions and billions.
You know, but you don't want to do that, so.
Thanks, Marco.
All right, appreciate that. Catherine, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Good night, Wagey. Yeah, good night, Brokey. Oh my God. If that's how everybody in this community was to sign off to each other, that'd be amazing. Oh, facts, Tyler. They know everything. They know everything about me, Tyler. Broke mindset. Good night, Wagey. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyways, I wanted y'all to check out this most recent video from Peter. Look at his door. He's saying I don't know anything about technology. He doesn't know anything about living a decent quality of life. Because look at his front door in this video. The first frame of the video. Look at the door. Peter Mingos, from now on, listen, I don't know what dirt you think you have on me, Ming. But whatever fucking shit you're gonna say, zip it. Because this is your door. How the fuck you live like this? You can say anything about me living, you know, me injuring myself or me not knowing about technology, which is ultimately fucking ironic. But living in squalor, don't talk to me about it. Don't talk. Look at this door. Oh, let me. Look at the door. Why the fuck does your door look like that?
So it's Christmas Eve.
Thank you, Zach.
Oh, I think he froze. It's 36 degrees now, but it was 29 when I woke up. I don't know, Vincent. Let's go see. Yep. Still ice. Most of these look like they're gonna make it. But they'll usually die over the next day or so. So,
oh my God.
So Merry Christmas.
The most old man video I've ever seen in my fucking life. I can't believe this. The house is condemned. Wash your hands, yeah. Dysentery. Be careful before he drops the boom, right? He's gonna bug when he sees you found his channel. Oh, totally. He's gonna private all the videos. Decorating the whole house, but still not cleaning the door. All good. He is kind of adorable. He is. I like when he takes this softer approach in his personal videos. I love it. You guys are shipping me and Jesse Lee Ward. Oh, I appreciate that. That's so sweet. I'm blowing my brains out after that shot of the front door wreath. It was so depressing. Oh, out of the shot of the door wreath. Oh my God. Oh, Dylan, what up? Let's see. I want to make sure his daughter isn't in the videos because I'm respectful. I want to make sure his daughter's not in the videos that I pull up here. It's mostly vlogs, to be honest. It's mostly vlogs. He has one, his daughter on the swing, daughter washing hair, Pumpkin's beach cabin, walking to go to the river, daughter finds a pine cone tree. So these are good. Let's check out the bio. My name's Ming Ming, and I've been in direct sales management and network marketing for over 30 years. Waste of life. I chose the MLM network marketing industry because I enjoy working from home and showing others how to do the same. In 1998, I founded Peter Mingle's Marketing/Network Leads as a way of helping others reach their dreams of running a home business. I love this industry and look forward to helping everyone achieve the success they deserve. We have many products in our product line. Here's the phone number I use this channel to post things that would be interesting to me to see again, and for family, friends, and customers. Okay, so it is for customers. Obama. Such an Obama moment.
Obama.
Not daughter washing hair like in the shower. Like it's like they were outside, they went to a river. She was like washing her hair in the river, the daughter and the wife. It wasn't like that. Okay, let me call him. Let me call Peter. I love this guy. I love both these two. These two honestly are such a light in my life. 3585. Here we go. Let's call them. They never answer me anyways, but. I gotta change my number on the Text Plus app so that he doesn't know, or at least change the area code.
Hello? Hello?
I'd be trying to change my voice sometimes. Because he I swear he answers and then just listens. Because I hear the click and then I just feel like, and then nothing else. So, you know. Well, what can you do? He has very few videos of himself because he's usually behind the camera. But I know about his whole family tree, his dog, his kids. I know about everything because of this YouTube channel. So I don't know what dirt he thinks he has on me, but, you know. Hippie VD, I do not hate you. What are you talking about? His daughter's probably already in the chat. Let's be real. She a goon. I hope so. A pine tree? What a guy. Can you imagine if he picked up? If he answers, you have to say, let's go. Let's go. You sounded like Daddy Chill. Totally. Thumbs up the stream. We're almost at 4 bills. Come on. 400 likes. Come on now. Ming's low-key got some suddenly merch. Yep. Just the rumble of his sleep. Silicon Valley always kills it with the comments, bro. She don't miss. She does not miss. All right, y'all. I don't want this replay to be too long that people don't watch it. We're at over 2.5 hours, so I'm going to end it. But boy, oh boy, do I appreciate you guys. Look at that dono goal up there. You guys really bodied that, and I appreciate the fuck out of that, for real.
The goals, man, the goals.
And that's not even including the super chats, which didn't factor towards that goal. There was like at least, well, there was that $100 super chat. So there was at least $150 in super chat as well. Let me see. Let me thank everybody. Let me thank everybody who dropped bag. I want to thank all you guys that dropped bag here. Super chat here. Supers. Okay, we had, oh man, there was a lot. We had Zach, Tyler, Jennifer Wells, Savannah, Anna Marie, Aaron, Charlene, Misha, Gov Sharma, Julie Joe, Alexandra, Manny's Geek, Aaron B's again, Randa, Kendra, Anxieties, Randa, Jerry Jack, Critter, Kara. Thank you, Kara. Yes. Fellow Albertan. Oh, okay, from Red Deer. Love to see it. Jerry Jack, Best Daryl, Sherry, Anxiety Lisa again, Bad Dog Sports, Chrissy, Katie, Road to... sorry, these are old now. Appreciate you guys, man, for real. And on the Streamlabs side, I got to give a big up.
Big up the youth them way out of Kingston.
To Silica Valley, Garza the Great, Enpaz, Jennifer Rajala, who's this one? Heather, Genevieve or Genevieve, LDB is me, M Squared, DC, Lisa Allen, Hardwood, Chrissy again, Johnny, Lindy, Rusty Bed Springs, and say hello to DC again. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. I appreciate it. Y'all are beautiful, man. For real. Thank you again. Thank you, Kara. All right, you guys. We're going to keep raising money on the next stream for DC. And we'll be talking about, I'm sure there will be some new MLM-related news to talk about on Friday. I'll see you on Friday. Join the Discord. If you're watching the replay of this, please join the Discord. The link is in the description. It's free to join. That's where the memes are. That's where the community is. Lucy Tunes and Voldemort, thank you so much.
Marco.
All right, you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeehaw. I got to add those sounds to the stream deck right now. Peace out, y'all. His mama's right here. I'll give you one.
His mama is right here.
There you go. Appreciate it, y'all. Peace out. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Meek. Thank you, Nerds Loft. Thank you, Jared. Join the Patreon and become a channel member. It stings to leave when there's still 250 people watching, but I got to do it, all right?